best. Werther's Original soft and chewy caramels make you feel like someone very special.
When you need a fighter, you need us.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Most insurance companies are big, really big. Imagine you're injured and now you have to fight for justice. Our results and reputation are well known to the other side. As America's largest injury firm, our Army will fight like hell for you. We have the resources to take on the biggest insurance companies in America. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home.
When you need a fighter, you need us.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Your current time and temperature, sponsored by Shelley Leak Law Firm. Welcome to Season 15. This is Night Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Cruz Chevrolet on My TV Charleston.
It's Night Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Cruz Chevrolet. Low Country High School football fans, we've got a treat on hand. For the first time in 15 years, Friday Night Rivals is going to do a playoff game. And it's at the backyard. It's James Island. It's Wando. As we welcome you in fieldside, Jack Galongshaw, alongside the legendary Dean Stevens, or as I call you, Dad.
Well, son, this is epic, right? We're like over the full moon, but life is made up of moments in time and journey, and this is a bucket list for us all.
A bucket list for us and a bucket list for these two coaches, Jamar McCoy, Isaiah Perrin. We got to talk to them this week. Both ecstatic for this night.
Well, when you look at their statistics and how they started and where they are now, they're so similar. James Island, they were 8-28 before Coach McCoy came here. His first year, he was 4-5. Same thing with Coach Perrin. Wando, 8-23 before he got here. 5-5 this year.
Let's talk about some of the studs on the gridiron, though. For Wando, we've got our eyes on Brock Feinberg, whose name just screams linebacker. Yeah. He's going to be a stud on both sides of the football tonight.
Well, they're going to want to spread the wealth around, and when you walk out on this field and you see James Island, you see that you're going to need Brock Feinberg in the middle, chasing guys down and laying the leather on them, because they are a big physical offensive group, but I've seen this kid play. I love it.
Yeah, well, you want to talk about loving it. Yep. So have SEC coaches for James Island. This is a first for Friday Night Rivals as well. We've got our eye on Gray Dangerfield, the kicker, the punter, who's heading to Knoxville just next fall.
Well, his last name's Dangerfield, and what I love about this kid is that he can actually flip this field, and as the coach said, not very often can you weaponize your kicking game, but this guy is special. Punt, over 42 yards a punt, and he absolutely booms the ball as in field goal situations and also kickoffs.
Coach McCoy said, we're going to expect to see him on Sundays in just a few years. He's that talented of a young man, so where else would you rather be? It's Knights Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Cruz Chevrolet. Wando, J.I., the rivalry renewed right after this short break.
These are our neighbors. When one of our neighbors needs help, we want to be there for them. We want everyone that comes to our office to leave satisfied. Then we know we did our job. If you were a loved one or injured in South Carolina, call us. We're those thumbs up guys.
At Knights Companies, we're not just in the business of concrete. We're in the business of building relationships. For over 3 generations, our family has proudly served our communities. Join us at Knights Companies, where your career thrives in an environment that values people, integrity, leadership, and excellence. Discover why our team is at the heart of everything we build. Knights Companies, excellence in concrete, built on family values.
Delta Force Athletics is the home of Delta Force All-Stars, Charleston's premier cheerleading and tumbling center. Our 10,000 square foot facility allows your child to discover their athletic ability, regardless of skill level. Now enrolling for after-school programs and recreational tumbling. Join us for half-year tryouts, Sunday, October 27th. Visit our website to sign up today. Delta Force Athletics. Don't miss your chance to join the Force.
No-cost tuition is available for 100-plus programs at Trident Technical College. Learn from industry experts and get hands-on experience in labs and clinicals. In-person and online courses are available to suit your schedule and learning style. Get the skills employers are looking for with no student debt. Don't miss out on this opportunity. To take advantage of no-cost tuition, visit us at tridenttech.edu and enroll today.
I've been working with Jason Noble for 8 years. As a result, I was able to retire early. I've referred him to several friends and family. I trust him tremendously.
Call today to get a clearer picture of your financial future.
As we welcome you back into the backyard, it's James Island, it's Wando, and as both teams take the field, how do these teams walk away and advance to round 2 of the South Carolina 5A playoffs with a W? We find out with tonight's Keys to the Game, brought to you by Cruz Chevrolet on Rivers, just north of Northwoods Mall. You've got a friend in Cruz Chevy. We got a friend with some keys. What you got for us?
Keys to one of those Corvettes at Cruz Chevrolet, but we'll wait on that. Keys of the game for James Island: pressure. Pressure this Wando offense, put the pressure in the trenches. Protect the backyard. Know what that means? That means you got to punch them in the face. That's exactly what the coach said. And as Mike Tyson once said, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And that is what they want to do here in the backyard today. For Wando, it's tackle, tackle, tackle. I'm telling you, walking on the field, this team, James Island, walks off that bus and they catch your attention. They are physical and they are big tonight. And then for Wando as well, they got to get rid of the ball quick, cannot let that defensive front line get into the backfield. If it is, it's going to be a long night for the Warriors.
Well, you've already dropped the Mike Tyson quote on Mike Tyson Fight Night. I'm ready to run through the wall with you. That's tonight's Keys to the Game, brought to you by Cruz Chevrolet. And again, as we welcome you into the aura that is the backyard, Rocky Top is playing, Gray Dangerfield with a little bit of a head fake to get things rolling. Come on. The 15th season of Friday Night Rivals here in the Low Country, all brought to you by Sinclair. Tonight's Company's Kickoff is brought to you by Knight's Companies, by the right foot of Great Dangerfield. That right foot heading up to Knoxville just in a year's time. And yeah, color me surprised. He's 46th kickoff of the year. It's his 40-second touchback to watch.
The Wando return guys knew what was going on. They set up at the 5-yard line and didn't even move. It's like when you play baseball and you're in the outfield and you hear the ball come off the bat and you don't have to move. And that's what it was like pre-game, just to listen to the ball come off his foot. It's just different,
It is different. We told you Dangerfield, his 41st touchback on the year. Coach McCoy told us this kid is a weapon and a true force. I mean, I'm talking a true force to play on Sundays. So we get things underway. It's the junior quarterback, Harris Stone. He's going to hand it off to the senior running back, Reggie Grant. Looks like a pickup of about 1, but that's that big, scary defensive front of James Island. That's the James Island offense. We'll show you their defense, all of the starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Sunbelt Rentals. It's a really exciting offense. That's why we jumped the gun and wanted to show it to you early. Coach McCoy has been so excited about the progression of that group.
Just keep your eye on 32 and 8, left side of that defensive line.
Stone's looking for Mikey Jenkins in coverage, and it looks like we're going to see our first yellow hanky of the evening on Deontay Frazier. But before we go back to the field of play, Stone, Grant, Vennard, Correa, and Fletcher on the outside as weapons. But Big Brock Feinberg, he's so pivotal on both sides of the ball.
Well, this is why another reason you keep an eye on him tonight. There are 22 seniors on this Wando roster. Brock Feinberg's one of them. You do not want this to be your last game. You do not want it to end in the backyard.
It's a big-time rivalry matchup. Those are Wando's starting lineups, brought to you by Sunbelt Rentals. You overheard our head official tonight. That's Kerry Collins. It was indeed a pass interference on Deontay Frazier, the senior corner. Never turned the head around as he was looking for the dynamic Mikey Jenkins. Another two-way play for this Wando offense. And we are 3 plays in and 2 yellow hankies down.
Well, you noticed on that pass what we talked about, the key of the game. That was like he had the ball in his hand for 2 seconds before he let it go. Wando looking to throw the ball again.
Practice. Encroachment. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Oh, we could have very easily made this young man our player to watch as well. Keep an eye on the big fellas up front. You mentioned pressure, Pops, in the open. Malachi Jefferson and Hendricks Barron, they're so similar in the way that they attack the quarterback. got that offsides on Malachi Jefferson.
They jump again, they don't get a flag.
I was going to say.
I think there was contact on the left side as well.
We'll make for 2nd and 5. Go back to the ground. It's Grant breaking a tackle before he's wrapped up and slung to the ground by the senior outside linebacker, Luke Thomas, as we now will introduce you to the James Island starting defense. Here's the thing. Barron and Jefferson, both aspirations to play at the next level. Barron, a West Point commit. But Coach McCoy said he was really excited about this linebacker core.
Yep. And the linebackers get a lot of action here because that defensive line is so strong, and they're taking up all the offensive linemen, right? So they're going to be able to create gaps, and that's when you can see the linebacking crew slice through. 32 on that end side is Savion Smalls for James Island, next to number 8.
You got a little misdirection in the backfield. This time, the corner comes up and makes a tackle as Jamari Rivers. Looks like Coleman Jones, the middle linebacker that leads this James Island defense in tackles. And on the attempt, it's going to force 3rd and short.
I think you're going to see a lot of these running plays for Wando tonight. Again, look at number 8 in the backfield. And that's why they've got to be able to hand the ball off and hit that hole quickly, or it is going to be a run for 2 yards, a run for a yard, a run for maybe 3 yards.
Looks like Wando going to that heavy bunch package. They trot out Graham Robinson, the junior linebacker. It's a 3 tight end set. A little jet sweep action as Jenkins looking to beat a man to the corner, but he just won't. How about the defensive effort on the backside pursuit? It was Savion Smalls, the junior DB, coming up and making a play and forcing 4th and short.
So they were 1st and 5, and they picked up 3 yards trying to run the ball. I think mixing in that pass play, working the wide receivers is where it's going to be tonight for Wando.
So in on that tackle as well was Tony Forrest, the junior defensive lineman, forcing the 2-yard loss. It's going to force Wando to bring out their special teams unit. First time we'll say the name of Jake Houston, really active in that Stratford game. This one glances off the foot. About a net punt of about 28 yards. James Island will take over at their own 31.
You're going to see the variety is the slice of life for James Island. Coach McCoy telling us this week they want as many players as they can to get their hand on the ball. Distribute it all over the field for their quarterback, Connor Dantzler, number 16.
I said Connor Dantzler, he asked so much of his quarterbacks. He goes, trivial, coach speak, sure. We ask our quarterback to do so much in this offense. He goes as we go. Connor Dantzler, the junior, coming in with a 51% pass completion percentage. Averaging about 140 yards and distribute the rock. That's made him so effective in the back half of their first ever 5A slate. This time he goes to the big fella, rumbling, stumbling for about a 28-yard pickup. His name's Tank for a reason. Tank Scott with a big-time carry, and James Island's got the first Sunbelt Rentals first down of the night.
What you saw go through that hole was a Cruise Chevrolet truck. That was a huge hole. If they keep doing that all night, number 6 is going to get a ton of carries tonight. 5'10", 200 pounds.
Looked like Trace McCarty, the freshman strong safety, came up to make the tackle, maybe a touchdown-saving tackle. Is, Tank Scott, they didn't have him early in the season. He was banged up with a little bit of injuries. But when he's on the field, he's one of the best backs in the entire low country, averaging about 83 yards per game and about 6.8 per clip. Again, Tank for a reason, but he's show you a burst of life with some speed as well.
Yeah, he got through that hole quickly.
Looks like James Island, that play clock was nearly dwindling down. Coach McCoy will take his first of the half to avoid what appears a delay of game. On an official announcement, as it looks like Kerry Collins is going to let us know they did get it in time.
So we have a group of 3 having a conversation.
Before the delay of game, timeout, James Island.
There you go. It was going to be a delay of game, but they got a timeout instead.
Here's how James Island will line up offensively. Again, we mentioned all the weapons on the outside. Saw Malachi Washington, he plays that H-back position. Raphael P., who's just a freshman receiver. DJ Wright is an absolute jumping out of the gym stud. He's kind of their goal line threat. But he talked about this offensive line. They pride themselves on physicality. And just the sophomore, Israel, and we want to make it clear, Shank Harris, 6'3", 285. That's a real bright spot at the left tackle position for Coach.
Did you say sophomore?
Sophomore.
Sophomore.
Stupid.
You know what I think of as a parent? Big grocery bill.
Big grocery bill. Shank Harris
set up in a shotgun, but I just keep handing it off to 6 until they stop him.
It's going to be 6 behind 72 all night. Shank Harris, just a sophomore. Also a team-elected captain as well. The leadership off the charts. And that's exactly what they'll do. They'll go back to Tank Scott. This time about a 3-yard pickup. Looks like the first to attack was Braden Berry, leading tackler for Wando at that middle linebacker spot. That's how Wando will line up defensively. Again, Lauren Whitehurst with the 10.5 tackles for a loss, 8.5 sacks on the year. That's good enough for 12th in the entire state. That defensive line, they really hang their hat on that unit.
Nice play action run. Let's see if they mimic it again, and then he pulls it back. No, they're going to go right back to 6.
Tank bounces it to the outside on a little halfback sweep. It's an 8-yard pickup and another Mr. Sparky. First down.
That's about 37 yards now on about, 3 carries for number 6. Feinberg with the tackle, but you don't want to make a tackle 10 yards past the line of scrimmage.
See, great pulling guard. It almost looks like they used Sam Crumpton, the sophomore tight end, in a lot of ways. He was the lead blocker on that run. Again, that Mr. Sparky first down brought to you all night long. America's on-time electrician, and Tank Scott getting back healthy was on time for this James Island group. He's going to drop back the pass for the first time tonight. Connor Dantzler is going to pick up about a gain of 2. He's tackled by the big fella Trenton Moore before he could get going.
Great job by Moore to keep his blocker off of him and then tackle Dantzler after just about a yard pickup. But I really love what Coach McCoy said about Dantzler. He's like, he has this offense every time he's on the field. It's his game. It's his machine. It's his team. He makes any decision that he wants while he's out there. And if anybody goes against him, they come to see me next.
Again, it's so much more than the numbers we told you. Average about 140 yards per game, 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Always making the right decision. Because this time they decided to go back to Tank Scott. Much better tackling up front. Looked like Matthew Pays was in on the tackle alongside Braden Berry.
Berry had the right thought in mind, right? If you're going to tackle that guy, start right around the knees.
Got to go low. Matthew Pays, Coach Perrin said that group, between Pays and Berry, you're looking at close to 190 tackles between his 2 middle linebackers. Pays averaging about 11.1 tackles per game. He said between he and Berry, it's like I got 2 coaches on the field for me.
Keep an eye on Feinberg. Closest to you, linebacker.
Dancer's going to swing it to the outside. That's the young freshman, Raphael Pugh. It's a little tunnel screen, but Wando's defense had it snuffed right out. It's going to force 4th down.
Yeah, he was open, but they just had such great response and got to him quickly. He tried to make a move, wasn't going to happen. I'm surprised that they went to the pass there. They're so effective on the ground. But
here's the weapon.
Right? Here we go. We're going to weaponize and then he said that too. He's like, I never had to strategize a kicking game, but now I can, right? Most high school kids are going to line up for a 46-yard field goal, or they're going to go for it on 4th and 5, 4th and 6.
Well, he's 11 of 18 on the season with a long of 48. We saw him going from 55 before the game. This for 47. Looks like the snap was a little low and didn't get those laces turned around. A low kick and Wando's defense. Bend but doesn't break, and a rare miss for the Tennessee commit. And this ball game is going to stay at goose eggs. It's Knights Company's front-out rivals driven by Cruz Chevrolet. The defenses standing on their heads so far through this one.
You've got a friend in the car business.
And you can have no payments till March. New Chevys and used cars too. Now at Cruz Chevy on Rivers. No payment till March with approved credit. Together, let's drive. Details at cruzchevrolet.com.
Ever wonder what it's like to work at Knight's Companies? It's more than just a job, it's family. Here, you're not just another employee, you're a valued member of a team dedicated to excellence and innovation in concrete construction. We're united by our passion for building the future together. Join us at Knight's Companies, where your career thrives in an environment that values people, integrity, leadership, and excellence. Discover why our team is at the heart of everything we build.
You've got a friend in the car business.
No payment till March at Cruise Chevy on Rivers. Choose your new Chevy or certified pre-owned and have no payment till March with approved credit. Together, let's drive. Details at cruisechevrolet.com.
The backyard is bumping. It wouldn't be playoff football without the band in the building for tonight's Knight's Companies. Friday Night Rivals driven by Cruise Chevrolet. But come on, it's about time that we throw it down and introduce you to the third member of our crew, Trooper Bob. What you got for us, sir?
Hey, guys, you know, when you spot a celebrity in the crowd, you have to go talk to her. And this is Emily Gracie with the National Weather Desk. We used to work together a long time ago. Emily, look, good to see you here. I know your husband's an alum from the school, so you come out with your family.
Yeah, he was class of 99, so we came out to check out the game, and awesome surprise to see you guys out here.
Dean mentioned the full moon tonight for the local people here. Tomorrow, do they need to worry about flooding downtown?
Yeah. So we're under a coastal flood watch for tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning's high tide is going to be elevated. I think we've seen the worst of it already, but fortunately we've got winds offshore. So the usual, what everybody in Charleston is used to, those downtown streets are going to be covered.
And by 8 a.m. Mm-hmm. And one last thing, 2 more weeks to hurricane season. Right now, do we need to worry about anything? Anything in the Gulf?
No. So there's Sarah down there, maybe a remnant low in the Gulf. There could be some moisture hitting Florida. Nothing to worry about. The season is winding down. I think we can all take a deep breath and relax.
You take a deep breath till next June. Emily, good to see you. Thank you so much. I'll send it back to you guys. I'll tell you what, I see Emily, and now I'm working with Dean and his son upstairs.
All right. Very good, Trooper Bob. Thanks so much. It's reunion time. Dave Williams can take the night off. Just clip that, paste it to the newscast, call it a weathercast.
Flavor Dave in the building as we welcome you back into the
Only results in a first down.
Stepping on our head official Kerry Collins' toes is the third penalty flag already tonight on James Island to give Wando their first Mr. Sparky first down. He missed about a 9-yard pitch and catches that ball. Hendricks Barron.
Stop it.
Pass deflection, J.J. Watt-esque. Looks like it's going to land right in the hands of Sammy McKelvey. What a play from the West Point commit. Hendrick Barron has flipped the field.
That was just a perfectly executed tip drill. That was intentional, right? There's the tip, and it's almost like he tipped it back to his guy.
So good. And again, they run the tunnel screen. They got Brock Feinberg coming in. He's got a whole lot of grass in front of him. But what did Coach McCoy tell him?
Feinberg, by the way.
Malachi Jefferson, when he goes to get the quarterback, there's no thinking. It's 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
He said, Hendrick Barron's just got such a great football IQ.
He says he moves and thinks at the same time, which means like when we used to say Jack can walk and chew gum at the same time. I think he has a future.
I don't know if anybody said that. That was nice of you to lie to the people at home, though.
Well, son, that's 2.
That is 2. Well, the interception from Sammy McKelvey off the tip drill. And do we have another one?
No, whistle, but I loved it. I mean, they had number 9 tied up, had a leg off the ground, great team tackling, and then the punch of the football.
As I said, a clearly forward progress as it was Braden Berry, big Brock Feinberg. Coach Perrin's going to be excited about his group's resiliency, but again, defense back up against the wall. But he said, this is how I felt all season long with this group.
Listen, they lost 3 games this year by 6 points total. 6 points total. They competed all year. They knew that they could come and compete against this team.
How about that? Great time from Dantzler on the outside. We told you he was going to distribute the ball. First time we've said the name of Drake Roberson. The long wire, 6'4", 175-pound senior. Gets the hands extended, pulls it in. And for the first time tonight, it looks like we're going to have the ball
We're coming
right
back
on.
with it.
Oof.
Penalty.
Coach McCoy.
Still second down.
Coach McCoy with his right arm stretched out, his left arm stretched out the other way, wondering, seriously? I don't think he thought he saw it. And then he's probably thinking this is the 4th penalty right off the bat. And we're halfway through the first period.
I'm going to say it's going to take about 35 yards off of the play. They're going to come back, redo the down. It'll be 2nd and 15 now. That would have been the first possession, first play from scrimmage in the Rapid Repair red zone. Instead, James Island's going to have to try to do it again. Dantzler's got time. Going to step up in the pocket. Rolling out right, a low throw, but scooping it up off the ground. He's the freshman.
I don't think they're going to say it was a catch, but an official was not in line. The side judges were so far away, nobody across the middle. He caught it out in front of him.
Oh, that ball's moving around a little bit.
Back judge. So, yeah, I would.
We've talked about the yellow hanky. No red hanky to throw out tonight. Instead, let's brag on Raphael Pugh. I came into this game with only 5 catches. A young freshman with a wildly bright future makes it a much more third and manageable. Dantzler to the outside finds his ready and steady Eddie. Tight end Sam Crumpton. At 6'2", 205, he's a big target, and he'll move those chains.
When you look at him and you look at Drake Roberson, he's 6'4", 175, right? You've got catch radius going on all over the field. But I think they've got to be able to make an adjustment for Wando. You've got too much space. They need to tighten up, get on receivers. And again, we've not seen them run this ball on this possession.
And the trusted Dantzler in the air is maybe we'll see him with bunch receivers at the top. They're going to pitch it and run behind that bunch. Tank Scott's going to flip the field, though. Lead blockers, his quarterback doesn't need one. First tutty of the night for the big fella. Tank Scott. His 7th touchdown of the year. Big dude, he flips the field. Maybe he can run faster horizontally than vertically. Who cares? James Island up first.
Yeah, you talk about flip the field. I mean, he was strung out on the far right side, had nowhere to go. Feinberg comes in to fill a gap, and he's like, nope, I'm not messing with that. I'm going to take it around the left side. And then how about the quarterback? Love that, Connor Dantzler. That's a guy that you follow into war, right? That's a guy you follow into a house on fire because he's going to be out front making that block for you. I just wanted to warn our cameraman, Tim Fennell. Put your football helmet up there, son. Here we go.
Snap good, hold good. And Tim
kicked it right over Tim's head.
You're safe.
Umbrella?
No net for Tim Fennell on that Sunbelt scissor lift. But he had a great shot, a big number 6. Stumbling, no sir. It's thunder and lightning. It's Tank Scott. The first Trident Technical College touchdown of the night goes to the home squad. James Island with a 7-0 lead. We'll take our final break of the first quarter. It's James Island up 7 when we come back.
Watch Entertainment Tonight
after ABC News 4 at 7.
We help people who've been hurt, period. We want everyone that comes to our office to leave satisfied. Then we know we did our job. If you were a loved one or injured in South Carolina, call us. We're those thumbs up guys.
Welcome to Purpose Driven Athletics. We are dedicated to mentoring student athletes, helping them reach their athletic capabilities and academic goals. Our personalized approach improves your chances of getting into the college you want. Don't wait. Join Purpose Driven Athletics today. We will give you the mentorship and coaching you deserve. Learn more about us online at purposedrivenathletics.com. Let us help you reach your goals. Your future starts now with Purpose Driven Athletics.
I've been working with Jason Noble since he was referred by a friend. He's helped me so much on my retirement journey that now I have no financial worries at all.
Call today to get a clearer picture of your financial future.
2:40 to go in the first quarter, and it's tonight's company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Cruz Chevrolet. We talked about him. He's always got our favorite segment of the week, but yes, we're so thankful for Sunbelt Rentals. But they really need to be thanking Tim Fennell. He brought the paper. He's got the beach chair. Oh, look at that. He's got some help tonight upstairs with him.
He's got the dummy that's got Body by Jack. I like that.
I was going to say.
And the hair by Trooper Bob. Tim, And you know what's so awesome about Tim, right? I mean, when I showed up in town in 1990, Tim was working for College of Charleston doing the video stuff, right? Tim and I had black hair, like we could see our belt buckle, and we always get newspaper print on our fingers, right? These folks don't know anything about newspaper print on your fingers. And he's down there, and he's instructing, right? He's a teacher. The dummies got beats on.
One of the College of Charleston's finest, but you're right, that guy's beach bod ready on a pretty cool night so far. But Tim,
it's a great night.
He's gone fishing for us this year. He's brought a How to Shoot Football for Dummies book, and now he educating the next wave of the best Friday Night Rivals broadcast crew. That's pretty impressive, though, man.
All right, we got the Wando deep receivers set up on the 5 when they should actually be set up on the back line, right?
Well, I think they should be sitting upstairs with Tim.
They could actually just sit down.
Yeah, Tim brought the beach chair.
So this ball, that's from the 40 to the back line. Yeah, that's 70 yards.
Yeah, you guys want to talk about a big leg? He almost just kicked it through the field goal. Very dangerous field heading to Tennessee next year. By the way, here at the backyard, they play Rocky Top every time he goes out to kick, which is...
Do you like that?
I think it's
pretty cool.
Really cool flex. Yeah, you have to kick it 70 yards if you get your own walk-up, yes.
So, like, when you were playing at Wando, it would have been cool if they had played, like, the Charleston Southern Fight song. I'm so glad. That they should have done that, right? They should have done that. Listen, I don't think this game is going to get out of hand.
Okay.
Right? I think it's going to be a close contest. I think the way Coach Perrin is coached this year, how this team is bought in this year, it's going to be tight. Right, a blowout would be bad for you. Do you know why? Because I got so many Wando James Allen stories. I got so many like Jack stories. I got so many, like just come out. They would just come out.
Offense.
But don't be nervous.
5-yard penalty. First down.
First penalty, by the way, for Wando tonight.
First penalty tonight for Wando, and just like Coach Perrin, not nervous and steady and prepared for these stories.
Nope.
For those that are just joining us, it's going to be a long one. His hair is looking for his tight end
flag there.
Feinberg.
I mean, I think that 33 for James Island.
They got away with it. That was the junior Harper Woods in
You
coverage.
called out the young man, but I'm telling you, man, he like bought an Amtrak ticket and just like jumped on board back of Brock Feinberg, who's big enough to carry him down the line.
I didn't call anybody out. I said it was good coverage. You're the one that said it was a foul. I'm with our awesome officiating crew that I've been riding with all season long.
Son, in football, the fouls
are
penalties.
Oh.
But I called it the first period, I think, a minute ago, right?
Did you say period? Would you see how I let it go for you?
Yeah, that's awesome.
2:37 to go in the first quarter. Jack DeLongchamp upstairs with, I guess we're going to call you Dean Stevens tonight.
Well,
for those that are just joining us, a bucket list night for not only us, father, son getting to call a game together.
True.
Friday Night Rivals in the 15th season. Broadcasting games every Friday night. First
doing a playoff game because of
a hurricane back in week 6, unable to call that game out at Cane Bay. Getting attacking on the backside, and we'll thank everybody from our broadcasting crew, but all our sponsors, Mary and Margaret, the GM over at WCIV-4, that just everyone busting their tails so we can tell these awesome student-athlete stories. And, man, what a cool story getting to talk with Coach Perrin this week. His first season at Wando, and you kind of told him, I'm sure a lot of people have reached out and congratulated on what they thought could never be done. This was a 1-9 team last year. Yep. And as we tone in with him, man, we were excited for Coach Perrin and for all to come for this group because they've been spectacular this year.
Look at that dummy getting that shot over there. Yeah, I mean, and again, I think when I went back and started looking at everything and how comparable their tracks were, as we have something going on at the line of scrimmage right now.
We got a little eye candy.
And I think the officials are confused to the point I think we should call the flag because something just didn't smell right. Anyway, I think that, but you look at their tracks, right? And I was here covering football when Coach McCoy shows up, and James Island struggled for 5 years, struggled. Attendance was down. There weren't a lot of players on the sidelines. And I remember thinking, this guy's going to come in here. And what? Question mark. I'll tell you what he did. He turned it around. He turned around fast.
Defense.
Oh, my gosh, it was on the defense.
Well,
did you have that one, Beg?
Well, we did talk to Coach Perrin. He said, hey, man, Jamar McCoy was the first guy that called me when I got this job and said, congratulations, man, so unbelievably deserved the first head coaching job for head coach Isaiah Perrin. He goes, last year, James Allen beat us when he was the OC at Stratford 26-7. He goes, I got something charted up as this play. A little bit of disaster before it even started. It looked like Malachi Jefferson jumped all over this football. Jet sweep to Mikey Jenkins, never a clean handoff. It looks like Wando recovered.
Do you see what happened there?
No.
Is that the running back took the ball and looked up because big number 8 was bearing down on him, and he just needed to kind of like gauge to see where this guy was because he really needed to find out how bad it was about to hurt.
Well,
and he lost control of the ball.
Well, shout out the young sophomore. Right place at the right time. Harris Beck for jumping all over that football. Wando, again, that would have been a devastating turn of events. They're now facing 3rd and 15.
Got 4 wide receivers.
Stone got nowhere to go. They stunt the blitz. He's got nowhere to go with it. Looks like Hendricks Barron and Luke Thomas in on the sack. Could have been Malachi Jefferson as well. Talk your talk. Was one of the best DCs in the area. HB Blades dials up the perfect blitz.
Well, you know what happened? They had 4 wide receivers on the top, and they only had 3 defenders. So you're thinking, hey, I've got an advantage. And then one of the defenders blitzes from the outside, and then they drop linebackers back, and total confusion from that point.
They stunt the blitz. That was Luke Thomas with his 3rd sack of the season, forcing the punt, and this is an errant one.
I think he slipped. I think his back foot slipped, went out from underneath him, and now a chance for that Wando defense to flex.
We talked about the field positioning, that 3rd unit of special teams, so pivotal in playoff matchups. It's the 3rd down will take over starting in Wando Warrior territory. And again, that's what pressure brings to the table. We talked about it in the open, but that's all Jamar McCoy knows. He goes, hey, first year at 5A, that's a big hill to climb. He goes, whatever, man. You want to play us in the SEC? We'll be ready for it. They go 8-2 in their inaugural 5A season, 3-2 in region, and a lot of it to do because that pressure on defense, and a lot because of this junior quarterback, Connor Dantzler.
You're not wrong.
Receiver in motion. They go back to the ground. Tank Scott, Wando, all over him. There's the big fella, Braden Berry on the outside, the middle linebacker. It looked like it was Nick Flood, too. They got there early.
Well, we said it at the top of the broadcast. Their records very similar, these 2 programs before the new head coaches came in. Like 8-23, 8-28. And all Jamal did, he came in, and it was 4-5 in 2020. It was 5-5 the next year, then 11-2, then 12-1. He said the biggest difference is buy-in. Buy-in from this team, buy-in from his players, but maybe the biggest part of it, buy-in from the community.
Buying time in the pocket. He's got his man downfield, and it's a dime. A diving catch from the junior receiver, James Hurtu. Of the season, and James Allen extends the lead to 2 scores. The 13th passing touchdown from Connor Dantzler.
If your first touchdown catch is going to be one, this is the one to be. Lays out, brings it back in, rolls on top of it, brings it in for a clean catch. The official's right on top of it. Great throw. Only one guy could catch that ball, and that was his guy, number 9, James Hurto.
How about the shot from upstairs? Tim Fennell, what a beautiful diving catch. A memory for a lifetime from Dantzler to Hurtu. James Allen with a 2-score lead in the flash of an eye. Snap good, hold good, heads up, Tim. Yeah, leads by 4.
Look at Hurto. Happy kid, you bet. But again, look at the pocket, right? He's got the time to step in, zips it right over the top.
And again, you're talking about that pocket so clean. Lauren Whitehurst with his 8.5 sacks, again, 12th in the state. And the guy he beats up top, Cole Fletcher, 4th in the state with 6 interceptions. He gets caught sleeping a little bit on this dime as you can just see a perfectly placed ball.
Yeah, what a catch. That was awesome.
I think
well done, James. Take the day off Monday. Well, you go to practice.
Go to practice,
No
go to
school.
class?
Yeah, take a break.
As we welcome you back in.
That was awesome.
Now we're in danger zone for Tim Fennell. They're going to back this PAT up because it sounded like an illegal block below the waist, chop block. So now this is going to be, a chip shot for this young man, but it's now going to be a 37-yard PAT for Gray Dangerfield.
This 46-yarder low. He missed that.
Let's see if Wando brings pressure again. Snap good, hold good. Dangerfield fires away.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what that was? That was like a little 80-yard chip.
Yeah.
Right, with a golf club. You didn't have to hit your driver. You just needed to chip it. That's exactly what that was.
You got that flop shot in your bag?
I didn't say mine.
Well, do you?
No.
Because I'm probably taking the hybrid out and putting it up. But when you got Gray Dangerfield,
yeah,
not a worry in the world.
Hey, I think the coolest thing I learned some really awesome stuff on the coaches call-in with you the other day, which was always really cool because you'd have the opportunity to just kind of chat with these guys and find out a little bit about them. But I had no idea about their kicking coach, about Gray's kicking coach, right?
Yep.
You can see him at the 40-yard line, walking right there.
Yep. Well, I'd like
he's
to get
definitely
in that line.
not
I'd
there.
like to be in that line.
Yep.
Cheeseburger, hot dog. But to your point, getting to talk with Coach Jamar McCoy was a story that we ran when we had James Island in Summerville earlier in the year. But pretty different, to say the least, when the guy that's coaching you up is a buddy, a former teammate. Coleman Franzone.
19 years old.
19?
Yeah.
Oh, and how about this? They're going for the juggler, Pat McAfee-esque. Great Dangerfield with a little onside kick. We'll see if James Island recovered or if it went the 10 yards required. We're rambling upstairs, and Coach McCoy caught us sleeping. And how about that? Hey, Pat McAfee, for the brand, the kicker that's heading to Tennessee, did he just pull off one heck of an onside kick, or they reverse
I don't know,
it?
but watch the screen set by Dangerfield, right? I think they're going to give the ball back to Wando.
I was going to say they initially showed it to James Island's possession. I think they just came in and said that James Island was the first to touch before that 10-yard mark.
I don't know if it went the full 10 yards either.
I think that's what that's why they've reversed the call on the field.
But I love the way Dangerfield kicked it, and then he just kind of used his lower body to set a screen for his buddies to come around.
Right, you got to touch it. You're right.
Man, selfishly, we wanted Pat McAfee involved on this broadcast. That was very much so Indianapolis Colts.
Love it. Little flea
How about
flicker.
this? The reverse, he's got Feinberg wide open.
There we go. So you know what happens here. You got a veteran coach. You got the mentee on the other sidelines. The veteran goes, hey, I'm up 2 scores. I'm going to do a little onside kick here, and I'm going to go up 21-0 and bury you quickly. And then the mentee goes, you want to see trickeration? I got a little swing pass. I got a little flea flicker from the wide receiver, and I'm going to throw it to my stud linebacker.
Feinberg on the double reverse flea flicker. Wando back to the line of scrimmage, gashing through the hole. It's just a youngster. At the end of the half, they go to Ryan John, the freshman running back.
How about that?
Come on. Momentum is one heck of a thing. The backyard held speechless as all of a sudden Wando trails by 2, but a couple of big gashes has got him back in this one. Tank Scott got the scoring started with this 22-yard run, led by his quarterback. Yeah, this first quarter's had everything. Knights companies.
What's next?
Code 12, flickering lights.
What if it's a ghost this time? Please enter. Definitely a ghost.
I've seen malarkey like this before. Classic bad wiring.
We got this. Thank you.
See, Pete, no ghosts.
Oh, no, this place is totally haunted.
See, Jane? You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Is your child struggling in school? Do you know a child 16 to 19 years of age who has dropped out, lacks discipline, or is on a destructive path? Then give the Will Lou Gray Opportunity School a try. The military-style school provides an alternative education to young adults in need of a second chance by offering academic instruction by state-certified teachers and job-based training. Students live on campus during the 14-week program, which is virtually free. For more information, call us or visit willlougray.org.
Chronic low back pain impacts millions of people. New research suggests that for many, pain signals are actually transmitted from a nerve inside the vertebra. The Southeastern Spine Institute now performs a revolutionary procedure that actually stops these signals and ends the pain.
The Intercept procedure is one of the only spinal procedures that we do where patients can resume normal activity literally the day after.
See if you're a candidate for the Intercept procedure. Call today. No doctor referral is needed.
Rapid Repairs is the standard for electrical repairs in the Lowcountry. We offer our clients a peace of mind with a professional experience that delivers industry-leading guarantees and straightforward pricing. With over 20 years of experience, our licensed experts handle everything from inspections to installations and repairs with precision and care. Call now and get a 10% discount on your first service. You deserve the best. If your home needs repairs, call Rapid Repairs.
It's Knights Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Crew Chevrolet, a 2-score lead for the James Island Trojans here at home at the backyard, as they call it here in the Lowcountry. But momentum on that visitor sideline, a double reverse flea flicker, and a 22-yard run from the young freshman Ryan John. And all of a sudden, Coach Perrin's got his guys believing.
And I got to tell you, 3 points is not acceptable on this drive, right? You got a break on the onside kick. You make an incredible call on the flea flicker. You get a nice run by the freshman, and you need to pound this one in for a 7 and make it a 7-point game.
That's Jenkins in motion, and again, ball never snapped. I'm not sure if this is going to be a false start or encroachment, but another pre-snap penalty. Gary Collins.
Wando had a man in motion. It was about the same time the Wando quarterback kind of moved his leg up and down.
Defense.
Right?
5-yard penalty.
In an exaggerated manner, right? So the wide receiver goes in motion. He does his exaggerated leg kick and probably gives it a hard count.
Yeah, the junior Harris Stone, he's really grown up this season right in front of our eyes, Coach Perrin said. The hard snap makes it 1st and 5. Mikey Jenkins, nowhere to go. Swallowed up front by the big fella. Big number 99 of James Island, Jay Morris, with a huge hit in the backfield.
So you've done, I don't know, what, 13 games this year, 12 games? Has there been a bigger front defensive line than these 4 guys and what they can rotate in and out?
Well, I'll tell you, ironically, it was this squad and Somerville in that first matchup between those two. I haven't seen that physicality in the trenches all year long, and that is really the identity of a Jamar McCoy ball club.
Well, that's what he said. He wants this team to be mean. He wants them to be tough. But he wants them to be smart. And right now they're smart. 14-0 lead.
We're going to be smart like Coach Perrin and take a timeout with him down on the field. James Island leads by 2 scores. It's Knights Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Crew Chevrolet. Don't go anywhere.
Keeping it local and giving you the facts. Weeknights on News 4.
You've got a friend in the car business.
New Chevy trucks and SUVs, no payment till March. Certified pre-owned and used vehicles too. Crew Chevy is Charleston's choice for best domestic dealer 9 years in a row. Together, let's drive. CrewChevrolet.com.
At Knights Companies, we're not just in the business of concrete. We're in the business of building relationships. For over 3 generations, our family has proudly served our communities. Join us at Knights Companies, where your career thrives in an environment that values people, integrity, leadership, and excellence. Discover why our team is at the heart of everything we build. Knights Companies, excellence in concrete, built on family values.
You've got a friend in the car business.
And you can have no payments till March. New Chevys and used cars too. Now at Crew Chevy on Rivers. No payment till March with approved credit. Together, let's drive. Details at CrewChevrolet.com.
We welcome you in the very gorgeous backyard. Those steps, yeah, it is a workout getting up here, but we wouldn't want to be anywhere else on the planet than tonight here in the Lowcountry. And how about these fans? That's our thumbs up guys fan cam. They're giving the thumbs up. They're fired up, and rightfully so. This James Island squad has given these JI squad a lot to cheer about tonight.
The 4-up.
4-up?
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, we did.
That was a Channel 4 staple for many, many years, right?
I remember it well.
Did you do a 4-up? I bet you did a 4-up.
I did do a 4.
When you were probably about 4.
I did do a 4 thumbs up
Four
to a
thumbs
local
up, that's
meteorologist, to a non-Channel 4 meteorologist. Shout out to Rob Fowler. That fan cam brought to you by the Thumbs Up guys, your personal injury attorneys at Miller, Siegel, and Ward, winning cases, winning your trust. Second at 9, yard to gain is the 2. Wando, if they're looking to win, got to find a first down. Dropping it off, he was looking for the big fella. It was David Vennard, but a scary throw, throwing back to the middle of the field.
Probably not. Probably a smart throw, because if he threw it out in front of his wide receiver, you're still screaming, he's about to score the other way. But again, a lot of pressure up front. Forced that throw, didn't allow his receiver to break through that second line of defense, right?
I was going to say, he was looking for his tight end. It was great pass protection by Coleman Jones in the middle of the field. He was looking for his tight end, Christian Sterling, that just kind of split the middle seam. Now it's going to force about 3rd and 6, a long 3rd and 7.
Stone went over to the sideline, got to play.
3 receivers at top and Jenkins in motion. He's looking for Feinberg. Nope, they're going to take off. He's the leading rusher for this Wando Warriors team, and a gritty, tough run from Harris Stone. Looked like a design run.
It looked like, yeah, absolutely. They had wide receivers set right. Hole shows up on the left side. Sealed off on the left side. And now the question is,
yep.
I think Stone came up a little bit. I think Malachi Jefferson came up a little bit as well.
Took a big shot at the end of that play. We told you.
So Perrin knows.
Yeah. He needs
3
6
points,
here.
not going to win you a football game.
He's going to trust his junior quarterback. You see the numbers. He's got the 1 interception, but he's actually this team's leading rusher for 42 yards per game, 324 on the season. Let's see if they'll keep it on the ground with big 1-3. It's 4th and about a yard. They hand it to Jenkins and nowhere to go. The captain, the big fella, Malachi Jefferson. That's right, flex on him, big number 8.
You see 2 really fun plays in that drive. You see the flicker, and then you see the big hole open up. And I'm not quite sure why you go there. I would much rather get my quarterback out of the pocket, give him a chance to either run for the first down or find somebody open in the back zone.
At the 14th
But I'm going to tell you something really quick, and I'm going to interrupt you
Jefferson.
because you interrupted me my whole life. Number 8 during warm-ups while they were doing calisthenics was literally walking from sideline to sideline, just staring at the Warriors. And all I thought was, don't run at that man tonight.
Yeah, he was hypothetically picking for a fight.
Did you watch him do it?
I did, and I saw some Wando guys chirping back and forth, and you and I did not need to get in the middle of that.
He
We
walked
had a nice
by me, and
tackle
I
on the
said,
outside by Pays.
He walked by me staring at those guys, and I just looked at him and I go, how you doing tonight? And he just kind of gave me a real slight nod, like, don't talk to me ever again.
Yeah, I don't blame him. That's a big, large, scary man. The 4th down stop from Malachi Jefferson. Told you his 14th tackle for a loss. Now tied for a team lead with Hendricks Barron.
We got some cool stories about him from the coach we'll share here in a little bit. But for the Wando defense, right? Coach Perrin's like, we went for it. Now you hold it up for the offense.
There's Braden Berry. Looked like Feinberg as well. About a 4-yard pickup, make it about 3rd and 8. And again, if you're Wando, you're Coach Perrin, you obviously trust this defense to go out and pin your ears a little bit. Do you bring a ton of pressure on 3rd down or just play the line of game?
Yeah, I would bring a ton of pressure, and I would press on the wide receivers too. I would put pressure on them. Do not let him sit back and go untouched to be able to deliver a 7-yard curl where nobody's guarding you. If you look at the bottom of your screen, right, it's 10-yard cushion.
They move Jay Morris in motion. Dropping back the pass. He's got no time.
There
Through
you go.
the middle of the field, they bring the pressure. You called it. There you go.
I haven't been in the booth in 3 years. What are we doing right now?
Well,
Mary Margaret, I need a new contract. Let's go.
Well, that would be the person to call. And I don't want to be that guy, but
yeah,
son, put it on a tee for you.
Sorry. And it just cost Everett a job. But you know what? And this is what's really cool. And we can give you all the background stuff you want. But, I mean, you and I have been doing this stuff since you were 4 years old, right?
Yeah, I'm not crying. You are.
I'm not crying. I'm just saying. Like,
It is
we have been working on this for about 23 years.
I was going to say, I'm a pencil guy, but we've been doing this quite literally into a remote controller since I was 5. So a bucket list kind of item. So thankful
Let's
for
hold
Mary
off
Margaret.
real quick here.
Oh, you
Dangerfield, mid. Right in the middle of the end zone.
A spinner that's going to be fair caught at
About
the Wando
55-yard
48.
punt.
Harris Beck, again, Coach Parent said limit the craziness on special teams. But that ball traveled in the air for about 50. And we'll take our final break in the second quarter with 8:38 to go. James Island with a 14-point lead. But Wando, the offense is heading back out after this short break.
These are the people of South Carolina. These are our neighbors. And when one of our neighbors needs help, we want to be there for them. A lot of people don't know what to do after a car wreck. That's what we're here for. Call us. We're those thumbs up guys.
Welcome to Purpose Driven Athletics. We are dedicated to mentoring student athletes, helping them reach their athletic capabilities and academic goals. Our personalized approach improves your chances of getting into the college you want. Don't wait. Join Purpose Driven Athletics today. We will give you the mentorship and coaching you deserve. Learn more about us online at purposedrivenathletics.com. Let us help you reach your goals. Your future starts now with Purpose Driven Athletics.
I've been working with Jason Noble for 6 years, and he's helped me and my wife Christine establish a generational wealth plan, not only for ourselves, but for our entire family.
Call today to get a clearer picture of your financial future.
First round of the playoffs here in the Palmetto State. So Knights Companies and Friday Night Rivals, all driven by Crew Chevrolet, had to get involved. The 15th season, we appreciate you joining us. Jack DeLongchamp upstairs with Dean Stevens, the third member of our crew trooper, Bob Wando, James Island. A rivalry renewed here at the 5A level. And as Harris Stone trots back out, this offense needs points. They need points quick. Right now, that defensive front just keeps on winning. Looks like Trayshawn White is the first into the backfield to disrupt, and not a whole lot going on in between the tackles right now for Wando.
I like what you
offensively.
said as soon as we went to break. He just looked at me and said, "Hey, Dad."
That's what I said.
He didn't say that. He just said,
The
"I'd
glimmer
go
in my
deep
eye."
here.
Yeah.
I'd go deep here, right? And just let it rip." Because I think the long run that we saw at the end of the first quarter, right, it was probably 25, 30-yard run. I don't know if we're going to see that again.
Yeah, it's tough, right, when you've got such a physical front four for Wando. Stone, who averaged about 170 yards in the air. They go play action. They're going to trust him. This time it's Brock Feinberg, tonight's player to watch. And again, the guy that's just such an X factor on offense. He's an H-back, a tight end on defense, a linebacker. It feels like all he's missing is a neck roll, and this is just a prototypical football player.
Yeah, a neck roll and what they used to call a T-bar. They kind of went right down the middle.
Yeah.
But I love the call, right? Little screen, let the defensive lineman come flying in. And now I'm going to let him run pressure to one side, and I'm going to swing it back to the other side.
I said this was Harris Stone, who Coach Perrin told us, you know, hey, this is a guy that really moves well, almost more comfortable delivering the ball downfield outside of the pocket than within it.
Freshman back in the backfield.
They go play action again. He moves the pocket right. He's going to take a shot downfield and wisely will throw it out of bounds.
And we've got a flag at the 40-yard line, late hit on the quarterback. And I'm going to tell you what's awesome about what's going on right now. Not for so much for James Island. Wando gets a late hit. They're going to get the automatic first down. But that was Malachi Jefferson, who I believe put on the late hit. But who was up in his grill was Hendrick Barron. Two guys, thick as thieves, buddies.
Personal foul. Defense. 15-yard penalty. Results, first down.
And that's what accountability looks like. That's what leadership looks like, right?
He's talking about the West Point commit, Hendricks Barron. Now, Coach McCoy said he went on the visit with Barron, and Gray Dangerfield to West Point for a game this fall. I said it was such an incredible experience, but you're right. There's that leadership on full display. This time a tunnel screen. Cole Fletcher. Looks like an 11-yard pickup. Good enough for a purpose-driven athletics. First down. But hold your horses. This might be coming back.
You know what it really looked like? It looked like Cole was about to go to the hospital, and he thought so too. And he just kind of stopped and braced himself for the hit that never came. And then he turned upfield, picked up another 10. Right?
I was going to say, we're waiting official announcement.
I think they're going to pick it up. They're going to wave it off.
Oh, Coach McCoy is fired up. I think he was looking for an illegal man downfield in that tunnel screen. Those offensive linemen are releasing early. Take a look at the first-year head coach, Isaiah Perrin, a Timberland grad back in 06. Talked about it in their broadcast against Stratford. Art Craig is offensive coordinator, a mentor, a father figure on his staff for his first year as a head coach. And this offense is looking to get rolling off of the hands of Cole Fletcher. But great coverage downfield for James Island.
DJ Wright.
Yeah.
DJ was just like he painted himself on his body. It's like, no, you're not grabbing that football.
So you can see he gets away with the flag as he turns to play the football, but some injuries in that secondary look to maybe get word. DJ Wright does not play a lot of corner for this team. Going both ways, the receiver with a stop on first down.
6'3", 205.
Reggie Grant sheds a blocker, not before he's met by a whole herd of blue helmets. Grant about a yard pickup, and Wando now officially in the rapid repairs red zone, but they'll face third and long.
You talk about the size and length of DJ Wright, 6'3", 205. That's what colleges are looking for now. They want long defensive backs. And if I was a college maybe that had an address in the Charleston area,
yeah, give the boy a call.
I would be calling Malachi Jefferson like in the morning.
Is that who we're calling here on third down?
I'm just calling him and go, hey, you want to be a Bulldog? Hey, do you want to be a Buccaneer? Because I think this is the guy that's got the ceiling.
Well, they bring some more pressure. So wisely drops it off. A 12-yard pitch and catch. Harris Stone getting rid of the ball quick. He finds his favorite receiver, Cole Fletcher, and a much-needed purpose-driven athletics first down.
Sammy McKelvey propels him for a first down. Does exactly what he's supposed to do. And I think if we went back and looked at that, do we have a DVR up here? Do we have a tape recorder? I think his knee hit before the first down.
Yeah, no red hanky, but sure, I'm with you. Now first and goal for the Warriors from the 6. Stone joining the backfield with Reggie Grant. Little halfback dive. Running right behind his big blocker. That was Noah Tiamanglo leading the way, but shedding the blocker. Big number 99, Dalton Woodall, the huge tackle for second down.
We said it earlier, you and I have watched a million football games together. How do you work through this front four? Because, again, I don't think it's through tackle to tackle. And, again, I think that Jefferson's fast enough where if you try to turn a corner, and I don't care if it's the corner to his left or his corner to all the way on the other side, I think he's going to track you down. But whatever it is, it's got to be quick, and it's got to be a little deceptive. You've got to get them one way, and you got to go the other. But you've got to get points here.
They go play action. They move that pocket. Let's see if Stone finds his man downfield. And what great hands. That was Jamari River in coverage. But again, hold your horses. We got another penalty flag.
Oh, my gosh.
But it's going to be a legal man downfield. There's that RPO where, again, the lineman releases. Got to imagine Coach McCoy will defer here. Is a great play by River in the secondary.
Yeah, great play by 3.
He was looking for
All
David Vennard.
I don't know which guy was. Would get a wider shot to look at the replay to see who's downfield. You got to be what? And then 5 yards
man
from the line of
downfield.
scrimmage.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
It gets so difficult, right, when you've got a quarterback that can escape the pocket. I think
there's nobody there.
Yeah, but we want to see another freaking sweet tutty on the other James Island side. Maybe we're trying to manifest a Wando touchdown, a diving catch like that.
Oh, that's what that was.
Let's see if our crew at home got it going.
I think the refs want to see it too now.
Coach McCoy is beside himself right now. We thought they were going to defer.
Before the snap, False start.
Oh.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Calmer heads prevail as that pre-snap penalty is again back on Wando. So they defer. Instead of making it 3rd and 6, they defer to make it 2nd and 11. Another pre-snap penalty as it looks like we're waiting for another one. It looks like it's now going to be about 2nd and 16 for Wando.
Coach McCoy looks like he's swatting bugs. He wanted to be 4th down is what he wanted.
He wanted to defer as well. I thought there was some confusion. I know that we sound like Ron Burgundy with the question mark at the end of the teleprompter, but
you do, I don't.
Well, so does Coach McCoy too downstairs.
Better get rid of the ball quick, son.
2nd and 16. He's got 3 receivers in the area, but he finds a guy in blue. Breaking tacklers just go down. He's going to fight his way out of the end zone, but why? A huge interception from James Island. That's the nickel Savion Brown, but a little bit of a foolish play. But the 2nd interception for James Island tonight, this time in the red zone.
You had 3 white jerseys within about a 7-yard circle. And he throws it out. And 24 is there. And you say silly play, right? I'm saying that's a guy who wants to go 108 yards for a touchdown interception return. But I love ball, but yeah, that ball's going to be at the 1-yard line.
Ball will be at the 1-yard line, but Savion Brown, a huge play. It's his first interception of the season. The junior, play him at nickel, they'll play him at linebacker, blitz the quarterback. A huge play in coverage, the 2nd interception of the tonight.
You got a late substitution coming in.
It's big 85. We're going to go to a 2 tight end set. You see Dantzler kind of operating, orchestrating the offense. 4:54 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Best thing that can come out of here for Wando is a safety.
Well, that was Matthew Pays. That was just a half a second away from a safety from Wando. He was looking for Morris. Tight end slipping out, and you see Jamar McCoy kind of shaking his head. He's rocking the heck out of that beanie, but he is besides himself a little bit going, come on, unnecessary. Have to take over at the 1.
2 opportunities within the 10-yard line by Wando, and you come away with 0 points. But again, what are you doing? You're looking at your defense going, one more time. Just give it to us one more time.
Wando showing 8 in the box right now, single coverage on the outside. James Allen, tight end, the bottom of your screen. They're going to swing it out. That's Tank Scott in the end zone. Come on, did you do it? You manifested a safety. It's a little swing screen, tackled end zone. It was Ace Jernstedt back there. It was Matthew Pays. And how about these Warriors? Matthew Pays, a huge tackle in the backfield.
What a great open field tackle against the man, the tank, right?
Oh, it's a good play call to get your best receiver and best running back and best playmaker of the ball out in space. Wando could have made an argument that ball come out shoulder down.
No, I think his whole body had been down for about 5 seconds.
He was on
actually.
top of 0, dude.
But I'm telling you, people go, hey, Dean, what have you been doing since you left TV? I'm like, I just sit home and watch football and chart plays.
Stay in the lab.
Look at analytics. You know, I have created my own AI football factory.
Well, so a huge moment in this game where, again,
most of the times kicking it from the 20 would be a disadvantage for the team that was just hit with a safety. But he's going to boot it to about the 10.
Hey, you've been studying the analytics. You've been studying
this
up on a guy
ball's
like
going to
Everett
the
German.
10.
Is it going to the 10?
It's going to the 10.
I'm with you. Let's do it. A safety for Wando makes it 14-2, and let's look at the weapon. That is Gray Dangerfield.
Where did he catch it, Jackie?
Oh, my God. On the 10-yard line, it's going to be returned by the dynamic athlete, Mikey Jenkins. But a normal return for a normal high school game as Wando will take over at the 38. But there's nothing normal about our awesome third member of the crew for tonight's rant. Let's go ahead and send it down to the sidelines for Trooper Bob and the principal, Timothy Thorne, for tonight's Knights Companies and News 4 check presentation. This grant provides each school with extra funding to help make their school great. For the past 15 seasons, F&R and our sponsors have donated over $150,000
to Low Country students in school. Congratulations, James Allen from Knights Companies and News 4. Take it away, Trooper Bob.
Yeah, guys, I'm down here on the field with Alan Langston, the safety director for Knights Companies. Thank you for your partnership. And Principal Thorne, $500 for your school. How will this benefit the school?
I'm going to use it to support our student council. Coach McCoy, our head football coach, is the advisor. We do a lot of great things for our students, and this helps support those efforts.
Congratulations, $500, James Allen. I'll send it back to you guys upstairs.
Hey, man, we also want to thank our Director of Safety from Knights Companies, Alan Langstone, as well. Knights Companies, obviously, the proud title sponsor for all of our Friday Night Rival broadcasts this fall. We thank he. We thank Principal Thorne and Trooper Bob for tonight's check presentation. We'll get ready to send it back down for tonight's Educator Spotlight in just a few. But, again, 14-2, and I get 2 scores, but it has been a wave of emotions. As I think we take this wave, we ride it right back down on the island. Trooper Bob and Principal Thorne for tonight's Sideline Educator Spotlight. All brought to you by the Thumbs Up Guys, your personal injury attorneys at Miller Dawson, Siegel and Ward, winning cases and winning your trust. A perfect timeout to send it back down. Take it away, fellas.
Principal Timothy Thorne, thanks for taking time out with us here. Beautiful night for a football game. What are some of the exciting things you're doing here at James Allen?
Well, normally we have a one-island food drive during the football season. It got delayed because of Hurricane Helene. All the schools focused their efforts on supporting those communities, but now it's going to be after the holiday break, so all the schools in James Island come together. It's one of the largest donations made to the Low Country Food Bank, so that's coming up, and it's just very excited to be a part of that.
Keep up the good work with that one. Also, we're 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. What are some of the things you're thankful for?
Definitely family. Family comes first, a chance to have some time off, get together, and then number 2, stuffing. So family 1, stuffing number 2.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for all that you and your administrators and staff doing here at James Allen. Keep up the good work. I always say today's youth are tomorrow's leaders, and you're doing a great job here.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. We'll send it back to you guys upstairs.
Trooper Bob, you know what I say? Today's sweet potato is tomorrow's yams.
Oh, okay. Is that what you're thankful for? I'm thankful for Trooper Bob. And
No, I gotta be. I'm thankful for like right now, this moment, and this time with you. This is unbelievable.
A night of dreams. See if Wando can't have a dream drive as a pitch and catch to the outside. He finds David Vennard. That wide receiver core is a little banged up. So Vennard, who came into this one with 24 catches, his 25th, goes for about 18.
If your knee hits the ground in high school football, are you down?
I don't think it went down.
Yeah? How about the whole foot, ankle,
I think he was
shin bone, and knee?
He's wearing the sweet Jordans. That thing was gliding above the ground. Gliding.
I'm glad that didn't happen in front of Coach McCoy.
Empty backfield looking to the outside. I'm glad that didn't happen before Coach McCoy. Jamari Rivers snuffed that one out. He jumps that Mikey Jenkins intended pass. He's got pick 6 written all over it. Jamari Rivers playing a great game thus far.
They've been concentrating on that right side. Yeah, ball was delivered a little high, but probably the best place to be other than drilling it 3 feet into the ground in front of him. Great coverage.
Here's Stone getting back to the huddle pretty gingerly. Play clock down
I think
to
that
15.
happened on that scramble down by the end zone.
Down to the left, right where he got stood up. Well, it's Jenkins in motion, an empty backfield again. Stone looking down the field. He's going to throw in double coverage. A dangerous throw. But in coverage, there was again, looked like Savion Brown and Sammy McKelvey down there.
I think it's just been an amazing night, defensive back, coverage-wise. They have been so good tonight. The men in blue, again, they only brought 3. He had all day. He's got that low arm angle slot and just rips it.
I told you, maybe because he's moving gingerly, he's so much more comfortable when they move that pocket. 3rd and 10, feels like 4 down territory at this juncture of the game. Let's see if they don't move the pocket and allow Stone trying to pick up a bulk amount of those yards with his legs.
Man, he was
looking for Jenkins. He dumps it over the head, but in coverage. Great work from Harper Woods, the junior backup linebacker.
Barron and Malachi just knocking on the guy's door. Look how fast, right through the line.
Yeah. Some might say, oh, that looks like a planned screenplay. No, that's just 3 really good down linemen making life just chaotic as all get out.
I do want to share, when we have time right now, what Coach McCoy said about Malachi. He said he will literally rip off your head, spit down your neck, and then ask you questions. And I didn't really know what he was talking about. It's kind of like terms of non-endearment. But now I know what he's talking about.
Kid's been a monster tonight. That James Island defensive line has been relentless. A nice punt from Wando. That was Jake Houston penning it down inside the 10-yard line. Wando's starting to win the field position battle. But again, down 2 scores. You've had 2 chances in the red zone. They just haven't been able to capitalize. This defense keeping them in the ballgame, though.
We probably have not given as much credit to the James Island defense and what they've done tonight. I mean, that was right there to keep them stopped, and they were the ones that stopped them inside the 10 on 2 different trips down there.
I feel like we've raved on this defense. I raved on them all year, no? They could have been held to 2.
I don't know.
What do you think? No?
Let me rewind the tape real quick. But Wando's defense cannot give up a score here.
Oh, man, just a free shot at the quarterback. But how about that deep ball? That was big number 55, Anthony Marcella. He's got 3 sacks on the year, but how about this? 16 quarterback hurries. Forces an errant throw downfield as he was looking for his freshman receiver, Raphael Pugh, in single coverage.
Yeah, nice coverage. A good ball. But I think just the discipline by Marcella not to unload on the quarterback, because he could have, right? Could have unloaded, given him a little bit more 10 or 15 yards.
Love James Highland, though, right? We saw it with the onside kick. Now even up 12, like not taking the foot off the gas, taking a shot downfield.
Nope.
See how they respond. 2nd and 10. They go back to Tank Scott. But Wando's defense bringing a whole lot of pressure, firing into that secondary. And that group, Braden Berry again.
Was it Berry?
Yeah, he's been so good at that Mike spot.
One of the seniors, 22 of them. 5'9", 205.
That was Tank Scott's 10th carry tonight at just 56 yards. Got to think about 28 of them came on 1 carry.
Yeah, like 40 was on the first 2 carries, right?
Yeah, facts on the first play of the game.
But Barry, man, just found the gap and sliced right through.
3rd and 10 now. This time he's going to take it out of the belly. Dantzler's going to take off and run. Not necessarily his game. And Wando gets the stop they were looking for.
I'm calling a timeout right now, Jack.
Ben Eichenberry.
I'm calling a timeout. What do you think?
Yeah, take it. That guy, and I don't know if that's credit to us, but I think they have 1 left. So you save it potentially for your kicking unit?
Yeah, I would rather have the 30 seconds right now, because you are not going to get this ball on the James Island side of the field, right?
Dantzler having a conversation with Jamar McCoy. I think he maybe wanted him to keep it in the belly of Tank Scott. Instead, with the play clock dwindled to 1, high snap, the athlete goes up and gets it and fires away.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
Rolling right into the wrong decision. Great Dangerfield again off the foot.
No, I was wrong to think that it wasn't going to land, but it landed short. Saying. I don't think he got all of it. I think it may have slipped off the side of his shoe.
You want to go back to your golf now? I just think he hit the low stinger because he knew he was going to get the ball to roll out.
Maybe, but I don't, it's been a long time since I've seen a high school kid perform like this.
We told
for
you.
Kicking duties.
It's a night of firsts, right? Getting to call a game with my pops. Bucket list, check it. First playoff game in 15 seasons for Friday Night Rivals, check it.
Yeah.
Our first player of the watch ever to be a special teams guy, so fitting for Gray Dangerfield in this special teams unit, who has played a huge impact.
Oh, there we go.
And so has the reverse.
Get going, kid. Oh.
Jenkins bounces it to the outside. A 12-yard pickup, breaking 3 tackles in the way, but it looks like this is going to be a hold
Tristan Stein is going to get called here. And I think maybe it was going to be like a blindside block, right? Because they had everybody coming to the left. Yeah.
Personal foul. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Yeah. And again, that's huge, right? Because it's a personal
Right.
and not.
So you see him coming up here. Yeah, it is. Oh, he hit him while he was down. That was it. So
A
he was on the
pancake block that maybe was taken a little too far.
No, I don't think it was a pancake block. I think he just jumped on the pancake.
Well, it was a pancake until it wasn't.
We're not quite sure who delivered the pancake, but we know who ate the pancake.
Who? Me?
No.
I would.
No, Stein did.
Oh, that's different.
The pancake was already down.
All right. Go ahead, Coach. What are you drawing up here? Do you still go for it
Well,
now?
here's the problem, Jackie. James Arnold's got 3 timeouts.
I know,
right?
no
So if you
problem.
go conservative, you're going to call a timeout bang. They're going to get the ball back with about a minute left.
Well, they'll replay the down. It's 1st and 25.
It is first and a long way, like James Island connector.
There you go. He drops it off for Vennard. I'd love to see him try to get out of bounds. He's trying to cut it back through the middle of the field. And a huge shot. Laying the boom is big number 32, Savion Smalls, at the end of that play.
Listen, I respect the guy trying to find some yardage, but he had the sidelines to the left and probably another 5 yards. But I love the spirit, the warrior spirit of trying to pick up more.
Where's your first dad punt of the night? I'm not counting.
A warrior spirit?
I like that one.
Oh, man, you know what we should pull up?
What's that?
Better hope for a close game.
2nd and 20.
What are you doing here?
Jenkins
throw
in
it again.
motion. James Allen blitzes 3. That's all they'll need.
Oh, love
Barron
that.
looking for
that
Jenkins
ball.
on the outside. And again, blitz 3 don't matter. Hendricks Barron, 6'5", 250, and he moves like a running back. Forces the errant throw.
He had him. He had him open on the flat.
Clock stops at 1:02, and Coach Perrin will have a quick conversation with Stone before sending him back out.
I think he was expecting him to keep kind of running upfield. What do you think about this, right? Do you like the fact that the quarterback goes to the sideline, gets the play every time, and then comes back? He's got 8 seconds on the clock, 7 seconds on the clock. They're going to have to call a timeout here.
Well, they're going to get on the line of scrimmage. He won't even let his team know what they're running. 3rd and 19, they get it off. Hand it to Jenkins, makes a couple men miss. Cuts it back through the middle of the field. And how about Mikey Jenkins? He's looking for a blocker, Feinberg, to get out in front. That might be the most exciting 10-yard pickup. Went from nothing to something. Love the heart of Mikey Jenkins, who came into this one averaging about 5 yards per carry. Played corner, played as receiver, plays running back. For Coach Perrin, this squad needs him to do.
James Allen just takes a timeout, regains his balance, and then he's just kind of running upstream and then gets caught from behind.
If he can get Feinberg as a lead blocker, he's got the sideline to potentially pick up a couple more. It'll be 4th and 9, and Wando, got to imagine, will send back out Jake Houston. Jenkins, who we, in our first game of this season that we had of Wando against Stratford just in week 8, his first touchdown of the season went for 54 yards on just a simple halfback dive. A dynamic athlete who's now got 5 touchdowns on the ground this year, 2 in the air.
I think it's important to point out we had that shot just a minute ago of the monitor under the Wando tent over there. Some people might think they're just sitting around watching like the Tyson fight or watching something. But they roll their plays through and they can go and then take a look at what breaks down. What did I miss? What are we seeing? It's a great opportunity for the quarterback to take a look and say, hey, this is I see this.
Fired away and received for James Island is Thomas Webb, the junior running back. He's going to be tripped up and tackled by the sophomore linebacker, Ben Eichenberry, who was spectacular in that first matchup against Stratford.
But we talk about I'm talking technology now, right?
You want TV. Let's keep
technology. Going. When Darren Goldwater and Andy Demetra and myself, we used to do these games when, we were drinking chocolate milk.
True.
They don't pay us anymore, so we just say chocolate milk.
Sorry.
And we used to have the stat boy comes for us. And now, Darren, they have like laptops up here with stats on them. Like nobody has to work hard.
Entitled group, these new broadcasters these days, is Dantzler dancing for a 5-yard pickup.
Dantzler, smart man, comes up on 3 white jerseys and says, I'm down. I'm
Business
good.
decision.
Right.
And with 2 timeouts for James Island.
I'm down.
20 seconds ago, Dantzler with an empty set delivers a strike on the outside. Great ball. Brought in by
running.
the freshman Elijah Mitchell. He's one of 3 freshman receivers for James Island. As Mitchell is able to get out of bounds, clock will stop at 16.
They said the clock was running.
Oh, what do I know?
But I saw McCoy call a timeout.
He's running it. I think he wants to just continue to let this play clock run out.
I think he is. I think we should have Trooper Bob interview him right now.
Well, he's about to.
He's going to be. I would just say tread lightly, my friend.
Oh, he just hit us with a Steve Spurrier. The headset's off. And with a 12-point lead, James Island. Their defense still on their head. 2 goal line stands against Wando. As we get ready for Coach McCoy to head down and interview.
Trooper Bob, if you can hear us, tread lightly. The ice is very thin down there. This is a coach that's not happy with the officials. But he's an awesome dude.
The best in the business. It looks like
Trooper Bob, go for it.
Trooper Bob and Coach McCoy are ready to rumble. Take it away, gentlemen.
Hey, Coach, get your take on the first half of the game so
far. We're not executing, man. Just simple and plain, we're not executing. And if we want to win this ball game, we got to execute when we come back out.
Your defense only held them to 2 points. Are you satisfied with the way that your defense is playing?
Defense has held them to 0 points. Offense gave up 2 points to them on the safety. Defense is playing lights out, and offense is going to have to match that intensity.
Coach, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck in the second half. You got the music playing, the temperature's dropping. Folks are headed to the concession stand. The line's starting to form there. We're all ready for some football in the second half of this. I'll send back to you guys upstairs.
Appreciate you, Trooper Bob. Coach McCoy, truly one of the best in the business. The 7th season at the helm, and James Island poised to make a big playoff run, but they still got 2 quarters to go. A 12-point lead on tonight's Knights Companies. Friday Night Rivals, driven by Cruz Chevrolet. Don't go anywhere. Climate Makers halftime report rolls on right after this.
What do we got?
Code 27, freezer failure.
Sounds like a cold case.
The freezer's not freezing, and Timmy's party's today.
What's with the igloo?
Can't have a pool party without popsicles, right, honey?
I'll check the breaker.
Here's your problem. Fried circuit.
Best not to overload your outlets.
All set.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
I am glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
I like being in charge of others.
My confidence really build up stuff in here.
This place has showed me it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's going to get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
When your project demands the best, turn to Sunbelt Rentals. 10 branches conveniently located in Charleston, Sunbelt Rentals helps you get things done with an expanded mix of tools and equipment. With over 14,000 pieces of equipment, expert advice, and reliable service, we help pros and DIYers tackle any job, big or small. Rent from Sunbelt Rentals, a company proud to be involved in the community and schools. Sunbelt Rentals, making it happen for our customers. Visit us today.
Rapid Repairs is the standard for electrical repairs in the Lowcountry. We offer our clients a peace of mind with a professional experience that delivers industry-leading guarantees and straightforward pricing. With over 20 years of experience, our licensed experts handle everything from inspections to installations and repairs with precision and care. Call now and get a 10% discount on your first service. You deserve the best. If your home needs repairs, call Rapid Repairs.
Welcome to the Climate Makers Halftime Report, where your comfort is our business.
As the Climate Makers halftime report rolls on, we jump into this week's Thumbs Up Guys Scholar Athlete. So proud to highlight a scholar athlete from each participating school. The student selected will have the opportunity in just a week to have the opportunity to win a $5,000 scholarship at the end of the season. Tonight's scholar athletes are first from Wando High School. It's the stud cheer captain, Miss Salem Dunaway, coming from an unbelievable family, toting that 504 GPA. She's cheered on the Wando High School team from 2020. She was selected and voted on behalf of her teammates as a captain for her senior year. Salem's also a part of the Wando High School Academic Saturday School Tutoring Program. She's also part of the Isle of Palms Beach Beautification Group, a kids community volunteer, and also volunteers with the Sand Dune Stabilization Program, but also at the many assisted living centers here in the Low Country area. Congratulations to Salem Dunaway, Wando's student, scholar, athlete. And for James Island, it's William Herring. William with a 4.86 GPA, a part of that state championship team from just a year ago. He's also a member of the NHS and volunteers down at the MUSC Sean Jenkins Children's Hospital. Congratulations to not only William, but Salem as well. This week's Thumbs Up Guys, Scholar Athletes.
Hello again. Welcome to the penultimate edition of Friday Night Rivals, joined by two of the four Thumbs Up guys right here, Brandon and Jeff, presenting sponsors of our Scholar Athletes. And each and every year, each and every week, they are presenting football and basketball. And, you know, for you guys, why do you do it, and how special is it for your firm?
Well, we know how expensive college can be, and we know how hard these kids are working both on the field and in the classroom. And for them to maybe not be able to do it at the next level just for financial reasons doesn't sit well with us. We want to make sure if somebody wants to go to college, wants to be successful at that next level, they have the resources to do it.
Awesome. Brandon, for you, what's going on at the firm these days?
We continue to grow. We've launched our Columbia office, and we're continuing to hire. So it's just been a really, really busy year for us. Continue to make great strides for our clients and for our community. Backpack drives. We're setting up for the Christmas giveaway, so we're going to have bikes and other things this year. So, really excited about what we've got in the pipeline.
A whole lot of giving with the Thumbs Up guys, the presenting sponsors of our Scholar Athlete of the Week right here on Friday Night Rivals.
We'll be right back with more from the Climate Makers Halftime Report.
Climate Makers technicians, dedicated, skilled, and here for you when you need them. For top-notch installation to repairs, you can count on them.
The truth is in the stars, and with Climate Makers, your comfort is our business.
When I was pulling out of the gas station, another truck ran into me. I saw the reviews for the Thumbs Up guys were great, so I decided to give them a call. They always kept me updated on what's going on. I had nothing to worry about.
If you've been hurt, call us. We're those Thumbs Up guys.
In Charleston, success is worth celebrating. At All American Awards, we help you recognize excellence with custom awards and trophies that truly stand out. Everything from name badges and custom acrylics to sports awards. All American Awards makes it easy for you to honor your company or team's hard work and dedication with high-quality craftsmanship. Let All American Awards help you celebrate success. We are Charleston's choice for quality recognition.
Delta Force Athletics is the home of Delta Force All-Stars, Charleston's premier cheerleading and tumbling center. Our 10,000 square foot facility allows your child to discover their athletic ability, regardless of skill level. Now enrolling for after-school programs and recreational tumbling. Join us for half-year tryouts, Sunday, October 27th. Visit our website to sign up today. Delta Force Athletics. Don't miss your chance to join the Force.
We've been working with Jason Noble for several years.
Recently, when my husband got a layoff notice, we weren't sure if he was ready to retire, but we went to Jason and he said, yeah, you're ready, go for it.
Call today to get a clearer picture of your financial future.
At Climate Makers, we're more than experts in heating and cooling. We're family. For over 20 years, we've kept homes comfortable. Trust us with your family's comfort.
The truth is in the stars, and with Climate Makers, your comfort is our business.
Welcome to the Climate Makers Halftime Report, where your comfort is our business.
Low Country football fans, it's your favorite segment. We're giving you the opportunity of a lifetime to vote for tonight's Delta Force All-Stars Cheer of the Game. Log on to abcnews4.com/poll and vote for either tonight's cheer squads. Cast a vote for the Delta Force All-Stars Cheer of the Game. Results will be shown later tonight during the fourth quarter. And with no further ado, it's playoff time. So it's playoff time for these cheer squads as well. The Delta Force All-Stars Cheer of the Game.
WANDO, ready? W-A-N-D-O, that's the way we spell Wando, Wando. Hey, hey, Wando, go
We'll be right back with more from the Climate Makers Halftime Report.
Climate Makers technicians, dedicated, skilled, and here for you when you need them. For top-notch installation to repairs, you can count on them.
The truth is in the stars, and with Climate Makers, your comfort is our business.
My name is Mike. I got hurt in a car accident here in South Carolina. A good friend of mine told me to call the Thumbs Up guys. They weren't there for a quick buck or quick money. They were there to help me. It was just a blessing. Thank God I picked the right people.
Call us. We're those Thumbs Up guys.
When your project demands the best, turn to Sunbelt Rentals. 10 branches conveniently located in Charleston, Sunbelt Rentals helps you get things done with an expanded mix of tools and equipment. With over 14,000 pieces of equipment, expert advice, and reliable service, we help pros and DIYers tackle any job, big or small. Rent from Sunbelt Rentals, a company proud to be involved in the community and schools. Sunbelt Rentals, making it happen for our customers. Visit us today.
No-cost tuition is available for 100-plus programs at Trident Technical College. Learn from industry experts and get hands-on experience in labs and clinicals. In-person and online courses are available to suit your schedule and learning style. Get the skills employers are looking for with no student debt. Don't miss out on this opportunity. To take advantage of no-cost tuition, visit us at tridenttech.edu and enroll today.
I've been working with Jason Noble for 8 years. As a result, I was able to retire early. I've referred him to several friends and family. I trust him tremendously.
Call today to get a clearer picture of your financial future.
At Climate Makers, we're more than experts in heating and cooling. We're family. For over 20 years, we've kept homes comfortable. Trust us with your family's comfort.
The truth is in the stars, and with Climate Makers, your comfort is our business.
Welcome to the Climate Makers Halftime Report, where your comfort is our business.
As the Climate Makers Halftime Report rolls on, we've got a special segment this week for you. One of the longest-standing sponsors, Cruise Chevrolet, had the opportunity to catch up with a third member of our crew this week, Trooper Bob.
I'm here with Ken French from Cruise Chevy.
Yep.
Thank you very much for being here with us today. You guys do a lot for the community, whether it's a blood drive or helping out the animals to get them adopted and so much more. Why is that so important to you?
Well, it all comes from our owner, Robert Cruz. You know, he grew up in a small town with a loving family that said, you know, if a neighbor needs something, if somebody needs help, just do it. Don't look for anything in return. Just do the right thing. And so that's the way he runs Cruz Chevrolet and Cruz Subaru, to always do the right thing. And we've been very, very blessed in Charleston, operating the 2 car dealerships. And Robert feels it's important for him to give back to the community that's been so very good to him. And you know, we've got over 200 employees, team members, and giving back to the community makes them all feel good, gives them a place in the community. And we've kind of built a brand around that. So it all comes from Robert.
Well, I also read that congratulations are in order regarding a nomination by Time Magazine. Yep. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, Robert was selected as the Time Magazine Retailer of the Year for South Carolina. So he was one of 48 retailers, and did not win the national, but to be known as the Time Dealer of the Year in the state of South Carolina is pretty cool. And it all goes back to his philosophy of running the dealerships, of taking care of the team members. He's a terrific car guy, Robert, but he's a better people person. And that goes throughout the dealership. There's a culture that we have that allows people to always do the right thing. And again, that comes right from Robert. And I get to be the face of the organization because I'm out doing a lot of these things. But without Robert behind me, it wouldn't be happening.
Well, keep up the good work. You do a lot for your employees, the community. So thank you for all that you do in the community. I send it back to you guys upstairs.
We'll be right back with more from the Climate Makers Halftime Report.
Hello? You gotta get your story straight. What an idiot. Get it through your noodle. Don't give a rat's behind. That's baloney.
A new era begins.
And I'm just getting started.
Judy Justice. Tomorrow at 3 on My TV Charleston.
Climate Makers Technicians. Dedicated, skilled, and here for you when you need them. For top-notch installation to repairs, you can count on them.
The truth is in the stars, and with Climate Makers, your comfort is our business.
Delta Force Athletics is the home of Delta Force All-Stars, Charleston's premier cheerleading and tumbling center. Our 10,000 square foot facility allows your child to discover their athletic ability, regardless of skill level. Now enrolling for after-school programs and recreational tumbling. Join us for half-year tryouts, Sunday, October 27th. Visit our website to sign up today. Delta Force Athletics. Don't miss your chance to join the Force.
No-cost tuition is available for 100+ programs at Trident Technical College. Learn from industry experts and get hands-on experience in labs and clinicals. In-person and online courses are available to suit your schedule and learning style. Get the skills employers are looking for with no student debt. Don't miss out on this opportunity. To take advantage of no-cost tuition, visit us at tridenttech.edu and enroll today.
Welcome to Purpose Driven Athletics. We are dedicated to mentoring student athletes, helping them reach their athletic capabilities and academic goals. Our personalized approach improves your chances of getting into the college you want. Don't wait. Join Purpose Driven Athletics today. We will give you the mentorship and coaching you deserve. Learn more about us online at purposedrivenathletics.com. Let us help you reach your goals. Your future starts now with Purpose Driven Athletics.
At Climate Makers, we're more than experts in heating and cooling. We're family. For over 20 years, we've kept homes comfortable. Trust us with your family's comfort.
The truth is in the stars, and with Climate Makers, your comfort is our business.
As the Climate Makers halftime report reaches a finale for the final time this season. James Island with a 12-point lead over crosstown foe on tonight's Knights Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Cruz Chevrolet as we await Coach Parent and Trooper Bob. I say we check it out. How did we get here? With tonight's stats update brought to you by Southeastern Spine Institute. What stands out to you, Pops?
I think it's that I didn't turn my mic on. I think Harris Stone being 6 of 16 for 55 yards.
Yep.
Part of that, I think, is because of the pressure up front that he's felt. I think it's also because of the secondary by James Island. They have been smothering tonight, right? Think of your favorite Waffle House dish and smother it.
Well,
that has been their defense tonight.
Yeah.
And so that's what jumps out at me, but they've got to be able to get that back together and find those little open pockets, because rushing has been tough. When you are running for 1.8 yards per attempt, not good.
Not great. Not great indeed. But I'll tell you this, they're just giving us the line of the year in week 10. James Island defense, like your favorite hash brown, smothered and covered. That defensive line has been a tear in the Wando backfield. But when you take a look at those penalties, too, 8 penalties for James Island. That's what Coach McCoy was talking about before they went to the half. And then for Wando, those 2 turnovers, one of them which in the end zone. That's going to be a killer. But as we await Trooper Bob and Coach Perrin, we get a quick soundbite from the two of them before we get this thing underway. I'm curious what the message is. Await no longer. It looks like we've got Trooper Bob and Coach Perrin ready to go for kickoff in the second half.
Hey, Coach, you just came out of the locker
gentlemen.
room with your team. What was your message to them?
Hey, you got 24 minutes. You got 24 minutes. This could be the end of something special that we did. And I just want them to fight and continue to do what we taught them to do. It's just a will to win right now.
Coach, if you can narrow it down, what do you want to see more in the second half that you didn't see in the first half?
Offense just needs to capitalize. We've gotten down to the red zone a couple times, and we just haven't put points on the board like we should have. It would be a different ball game if we got those points on the board right now.
Coach, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck in the second half. All right, guys, we're going to send it back upstairs. We got a lot of more football to play in the second half.
Trooper Bob, that's like an awkward place to be, right? You go for the handshake, you don't know. Do you thank the guy? You shake his hand, you give him a hug, you shake his hand. I don't know what it is.
He
right?
was all over it. Trooper
I think
Bob
that's right.
dictates the pace.
I like how he just kept his hand out there and he made Coach Perrin come back and show him some love. And But you have those awkward moments sometimes down there on the sidelines.
He made it clear, though, man. Trooper Bob is all over.
What you know?
What you got for us, Troop?
Well, you told me right before halftime to tread lightly with the first interview, so I was happier with this one.
Yeah. Well, the second one had like 18 minutes to relax. Like Coach McCoy was not relaxed when you were approaching him and he approaching you. So I just, I wanted to kind of step in and help you out. I had your back. I was your canine in the back seat of your trooper car.
Well, as our second half gets underway, Wando will kick it away. Jake Houston will fire to James Island with that 2-score lead as we bring you tonight's company's kickoffs.
Will to win. I love it. Will to win.
Coach Barron said 24 minutes. 24 minutes, that's all we've got left. Let's see what kind of fire and fight his Warriors come out with. And a big shot right at around the 30-yard line. Who else? We've said his name all night long. Braden Berry leading this team on tackles, on defense, on special teams. Who cares? 9 just wants to hit somebody.
You know what I saw there too? And I think it was Berry, right? But you saw for the big paw going after that football, trying to punch it out. And that's something I think that they really need to do as well, right? They have got to turn the ball. They've got to get turnovers. Got to get turnovers. Because, again, even if James Island kicks it, and this is what we talked to Coach McCoy about, even if they punt it right now, you're going to get the ball at the 20. They need to be able to turn the field on them by themselves and get some turnovers here.
Done everything in their power tonight, including stopping Tank Scott after a big start. And it looks like he's off to a big start in the second half as well. A 21-yard run. Deja vu to the first snap from scrimmage for J.I. He does it again. Tank Scott.
I love the way he uses blocker. He's got the ball on his right arm. Excellent work. And he's got the block there. And let me tell you something. You could try to pull that ball out of his arms, but that would be like taking his baby sister out of his arms. It just ain't happening.
Want a shot at the young freshman, too. Great block on the outside by Rafael Piu.
Said his name a lot tonight.
I know, the young freshman. He's got some underclassmen on the outside as it looks like we're going to get another pre-snap penalty. Could it be number 9 on J.I.?
Yes, it is. And at some point in time, that.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And truthfully, this is a rarity for this James Island team. One of the least penalized ball clubs in their region this year, averaging only 5 penalties a game that are already at 9. And it's exactly what he said going into the half. Like, we just got to execute. We got to play better if we want to win this game.
Here's the other statistic that surprised me, right? Wando won the time of possession in the first half by like 2 minutes.
They sustained drives, were able to get into the red zone, just couldn't execute. Let's see if their defense can't help them get off the field as they sweep it to the left side. How about Barry and Scott? Barry slows them down. How much fun has this linebacker core been tonight? Barry, who came in as the leading tackler.
Braden Barry is like, oh, you think Brock Feinberg is the player to watch? Watch this, right? If I got a bear in my front yard, I'm calling Brandon Barry to come take him down.
That was his 8th tackle already tonight. He averages about 9 a game. He's off to a quick start. 2nd and 11 for James Island.
They have not played behind the sticks very often tonight.
They'll tack it with 2 tight ends at the top of your screen. It's Malachi Washington and Sam Crumpton, the top. A little misdirection, a counter run for Tank Scott. Lunging forward, gain of 6. Make it 3rd and 5.
You know, people who sit in the booth, people who sit with headsets, people who sit in stools and press boxes, they say things sometimes that sound kind of dumb. So let me just go ahead and join the chorus. I think this is the biggest play of the game. I do. 3rd and 5. The Wando defense got to stand tall. Got to get the ball back to their offense.
First down basically puts Dangerfield into field goal range. So to your point, can they pick it up? That they do. Said his name a lot, you said?
Yeah.
How about one more time? Rafael Piu came in this one with just 5 catches. Yeah, that's his 3rd of the night. That's a huge Mr. Sparky first down.
Connor Dantzler has been absolutely on spot. Man, he's got great footwork. He zips the football, and he's been accurate. I heard during halftime they were honoring their baseball team. I don't know what position he played. I heard him say their name. What position is he? What do you say? Center fielder with an arm like that?
You think center? You think he can boogie too?
Yeah, I say center field.
I'm going on the mound. I think he's on top of the hill.
Brock Feinberg.
Whew. Big number 33. We said he was missing the T-bar face mask and a neck roll. This is a prototypical linebacker as Feinberg lays the boom.
That was
Looks
like
a
running into a wall. Don't do it at home, but get your little brother to see if he would just go run into the brick wall outside. Because this is what it's going to be like.
Well, then maybe it's like a Mini Cooper on Mini Cooper like accident in one-way traffic. Because Tank Scott at 200 pounds and Feinberg at 220.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shoulder pads at the line of scrimmage.
430 pounds of mass.
Oh, play action again. Perfect precision from Dantzler to the outside. That's a dime for Drake Roberson. His second catch is another Mr. Sparky. First down.
So when we were talking to Coach McCoy, he was talking about early in the year, he got kind of set on giving the ball to one or two guys. Said it was a mistake. Wanted to spread the wealth, versatility. 9 guys have touched the football tonight. 9.
Oh, and how about this? Pig Agent Zero. Matthew Pays his second sack of the year. They stunted. It's a casino blitz. They bring the house, and it pays off for Wando's DC and company.
Is that a football term that's used by defensive coordinators and coaches, the casino blitz?
Did it sound cool?
Yeah, it sounded awesome.
Did it? Okay, cool.
And is that what it, like when you bring the house to the casino, that means you like put everything on the table?
I heard someone say it on, I think it was, I heard Dan Mullen say it on Thursday Night Football. I was just trying to be cool like him.
Well, you are cool like him. You need to stop doing that, comparing yourself to others.
There's
but
no
when you come up with casino, well, just say, I don't know where I heard it, but I think I made it up.
Okay.
Take credit.
Take credit? I don't know why. Dantzler moves the pocket. That was Marcella breaking a tackle, and he finds his man. Oh, did he drop it? Did he hold on?
No, he dropped it.
He was looking for Malachi Washington. Breaks the tackle. It was going to be a sack for Marcella. Makes a man miss and delivers a dime. Nightmare stuff at the end of this play, though.
Hey.
Happens.
You
know what I'm doing?
You're going to go right back and that'll say, give me the ball.
Go right back to 2-7 here.
Oh, I thought you were saying you. Would you like if you were number 27?
I'm not athletic enough to play with these guys. We're just coaching it.
The self-deprecation too.
Oh
Stop.
My goodness.
All right, but you know what I love? I love the fact that McCoy and Dantzler were having a conversation after that.
Tight end at the bottom, trips at the top. Scott
Watch
in
for the
motion.
tight end.
Looking downfield, but how about that pressure? It gets to him, but dancing out of the pressure. Lofting it upfield. He's looking for Crumpton. He's got him. But
is he the tight end?
We got a potential Heisman-esque play dancing downfield. You're just stoked that he threw to the tight end, huh?
I love Dantzler, man. This kid moves, keeps his eyes down the field. I mean, he throws it right where his receiver is. Not his fault the receiver ran out of bounds.
Drifting out of bounds. Great coverage by the sophomore, Ace Jernstead.
Oh, here we go.
Little sophomore on sophomore love. But again, anytime you're past the 50, it feels like you are in range for the big fella. He missed one earlier tonight on a low snap, but Dangerfield with the ball spotted at the 26 will be a 43-yarder. Along a 48 on the air, firing away.
Yeah. Nice and easy, man. Don't say it. Let me say it so you don't sound dumb.
Do it.
From 55.
I was actually going to say it looked like a 7-iron. Nice and easy.
It was nice and easy, wasn't it?
A Beautiful field.
Last night you spent the evening watching some TV, The Patriot. Did they have cannons in that show?
He's got a cannon caught. I'm going dodgeball with him.
I was just wondering if it was very similar to the cannons in The Patriot.
It was similar.
Because it is on display today.
17-2, weird score, great ball game. James Island leads as we take our first break of the second half.
You say a nap? Our first nap of the game?
You've got a friend in the car business.
No payment till March at Cruise Chevy on Rivers. Choose your new Chevy or certified pre-owned and have no payment till March with approved credit. Together, let's drive. Details at cruisechevrolet.com.
Ever wonder what it's like to work at Knight's Companies? It's more than just a job, it's family. Here, you're not just another employee, you're a valued member of a team dedicated to excellence and innovation in concrete construction. We're united by our passion for building the future together. Join us at Knight's Companies, where your career thrives in an environment that values people, integrity, leadership, and excellence. Discover why our team is at the heart of everything we build.
You've got a friend in the car business.
New Chevy trucks and SUVs, no payment till March. Certified pre-owned and used vehicles too. Crew Chevy is Charleston's choice for best domestic dealer 9 years in a row. Together, let's drive. CrewChevrolet.com.
Mannequin? No, he's just a man for the job. It's Knight's Company's Front Night Rivals, driven by Crew Chevrolet, James Island, Wando, a 17-2 lead. We go back to our proud sponsor for the Scissor Lift all year long, Sunbelt Rentals. Without the right equipment, you've got no game, and we've got the best in the game.
Is he eating popcorn?
I think it's actually...
I think it's a Chick-fil-A cookie.
They're Chick-fil-A cookie
or
for
brownie.
Tim.
You know, and we...
Well, his buddy looks hungry. You think he's going to share?
No, he's obviously on a diet, his buddy. He's like, yeah. You don't get ripped like that by eating brownies.
I was going to say beach bod season for his buddy Tim Finella, who has brought all the juice this season. And that Sunbelt Rental Scissor Lift, was that like Carrie Underwood-esque, that song where he's like, helping him out, reaching behind to make sure that he's, Tim does it all.
No, he said that. You talking about Jesus Take the Wheel?
No, I think I was thinking
or is
of
that like Mannequin Take the Controls?
Yeah, something like
Maybe.
that, right?
Could be.
I don't know.
But I'll tell you what, from the day I met him, man, 30 years ago, creative as heck.
Tim has
and
brought
it remains
the juice.
Creative. Love that.
Rental, Tim Finella, best in the game.
Yeah. All right, so Wando, opportunity to respond here.
And again, it has not gone their way tonight, yet remains a 2-score game. As Dangerfield, dangerous yet again on the touchback. 43 of 47 this year on the touchback category.
So if you were to lay odds here, right?
Whoa.
Is Wando more likely to score on a long, sustained drive?
All right, hold on. Let's go there because if we're laying odds, that was pretty dang awesome. That was
we'll
Coleman
have to get that in
Friendzone.
we'll have to get a rewind from our Dallas headquarters.
Well, I was going to say we're going to get that replay signed for those two guys. Coleman Friendzone, a punter on this team this year or last year. Gray Dangerfield, the kicker. Now Dangerfield doing both kicking and punting duties. But Friendzone heading to Clemson this spring. Coming off of an injury, he'll be doing all the kicking duties in Tiger Town.
Hold on the ball. Okay, so because you got so infatuated with that one cute little handshake arrow thing.
You went to the story earlier.
Here's the deal. Is it score on a long, sustained drive, or is it going to be a big play, like a 70-yard play?
I don't know. I know that.
But I'll tell you what, that play was wasted because it's coming back.
Again, it looks like in the spot of holding, we'll wait for the official announcement from Collins.
Just kind of hanging out. Nope, now we're walking backwards.
Legal block below the waist.
Block
Offense.
below the waist.
Half the distance to the goal remains first down.
I'd like to see that on replay, blocking
That's
below
15-yard
the
gap.
belt, below the knees.
Well, to answer your question, we did see Mikey Jenkins bust a 56-yarder against Stratford just 3 weeks ago. So, to your point, they haven't gotten their big play threat involved. Cole Fletcher, who is a two-way sensation this year, 6 interceptions. He's got 7 touchdowns at the receiver corps. Do they try to make an emphasis to force feed number 8 the ball here in the second half?
I don't know. They got to pick up about 10 right here.
Little swing route to the outside. Dangerous throw just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He finds Jenkins, but not before he's met by a flurry of Trojans. Looked like the first in there was the senior Deontay Frazier.
And a reminder, Wando loses to Stratford 30-28, right? One of those close losses. They had 3 of them. They beat Cane Bay. Cane Bay wins the region. Lose to Goose Creek by 1. Beat West Ashley by 14.
I cannot express enough the coaching job in his first season from Isaiah Perrin, the Timber God 06, played at PC for 2 years before transferring to Coastal Carolina. He told us
this is the best part.
His first coaching job.
Awesome.
Flag football for the women at Coastal Carolina.
That ball's up for grabs. I love what they're doing here because that's going to be an interference.
Looking for a little one-on-one action. They got to get the big
15 yards back
involved.
plus some. Yeah, first head coaching job was like powder puff football.
Awesome.
We didn't even ask him who won.
I know.
Like, how did he do?
Probably him with the way that his winning trajectory's gone in his career. We've raved on Jamari Rivers. That PI is going to be on number 3. Should be an automatic first down for the Warriors as we made official announcement.
Pass interference on a defense.
Why do we have
Penalty
to
is
listen?
15
We already
yards
know.
in
We
the
called
previous
it.
spot. It'll be second down.
Well, let's tell another story.
I think it should have happened like where it happened. I'm going to tell you this, too. I know there are people sitting at home right now listening to us thinking, like, this is really cool. And then they go, I have a question, right?
Yeah.
Did these two teams have common opponents?
Oh,
and I thought that to myself as well. Wando and J.I. both beat Cane Bay.
Okay.
Wando beat West Ashley. J.I. lost to Wildcats. Wando lost to Ashley Ridge. J.I. beat A.R. What does it mean? And the answer is I have really no idea. I have no clue what it means.
I know that second
go.
short would go back to Grant, and they have seen it. No success on the run ground up front, and that's because of the big fellas. Big hit stick, and there he is again. I think that might be your favorite player.
Who's that?
6 foot, 270, big Malachi Jefferson.
Yeah,
with
I
another
like
tackle for a loss.
I like him.
It's his 15th TFL on the year. Pretty good.
And I can't wait to see how Barons does at Army. And he shared the story about them going up and taking the visit up there. And he said, if Nick Saban doesn't come offer me a scholarship, I'm going to Army.
He's a West Point guy through and through. And on 3rd and short, say his name, he delivers. Hendricks Barron. His 15th tackle for a loss on the year. Forces a 4th down. What a big hit from the West Point commit.
I thought they were going to kick it out. I thought he had 8 on the outside. I thought they were going to kick it out. I just don't go inside. I don't go between the tackles, man.
A little miscommunication up front between the left tackle, Ellis Ingratius, who's been great tonight, Noah Tiamangla. He's just untouched. Barron will send out his kick team, and I think James Allen just jumped off sides.
You know who did it? You know who did it?
Yeah.
Who's calling that snap? The guy that's going to tackle the bear in my front yard.
Who, Brock Feinberg?
Barry.
Oh, was it Barry?
Yeah. I think that was Braden Barry calling the signals. Gave him a hard count. And that is what Coach McCoy said to our trooper Bob. He's like, we are not playing smart.
Got to execute. You want to win this time of the year, you got to execute. That's the 11th penalty of the night on James Island. And I'll go one further. You said it was the play of the game on that first drive last possession?
Yeah.
I'll say that if Wando goes down to score, put a pin in that 4th and short encroachment on a punt.
Better
See
hurry.
if Wando can't capitalize.
Oh, boy, you better go somewhere
Jenkins
fast.
makes a couple men miss. He's done a dazzling job of evading tacklers. Again, a really exciting 1-yard pickup before he was met by Coleman Jones, the middle linebacker for J.I.
Malachi coming out with an injured right hand.
Jefferson there at the tail end of the play. You can see him grimacing 10 yards behind the play. That's usually not where he stands, but try to get an injury update for you later on. In his place, it'll be number 52, Tony Forrest. He's already got 2 tackles tonight for J.I. They're in good hands. You mentioned the depth up front, so different. It was James Island team in the trenches. 3rd quarter, he's 2nd 10 for Stone. He's joined in the back wheel by Reggie Grant. Tunnel screen. They get it to Fletcher. Nowhere to go.
The tunnel part worked. The screen, not so much, right? And I think you just have to credit. You have to credit how fast that James Island defense is to get there, right?
It was DJ Wright on the outside. We told you, he hasn't played a ton of two-way.
How many sacks does James Island have tonight? Is that on your
my entitled statistic board?
Yes.
You like that?
Yes.
Sacks tonight for J.I. Don't have it.
There you go, right? So, I mean, we can sit here and I think that Wando's offensive line has been great protecting the quarterback. That defensive front, tough to move.
3rd and 8, looking to take advantage of the 4th down offsides on the punt. Grant in motion.
Timeout.
As the play clock dwindles down, it looks like Coach Perrin didn't like the look of it. He'll take his first time out of the half. We'll take a timeout with them down on the field. 2:02 to go and a 15-point lead here in the backyard. James Island up on Wando on tonight's Nights Companies Friday Night Rivals, all driven by Cruz Chevrolet.
My name is Mike. I got hurt in a car accident here in South Carolina.
I saw the reviews for the Thumbs Up guys were great, so I decided to give them a call.
They were there to help me.
I had nothing to worry about.
It was just a blessing. Thank God I picked the right people.
We're those Thumbs Up guys.
Welcome to Purpose Driven Athletics. We are dedicated to mentoring student athletes, helping them reach their athletic capabilities and academic goals. Our personalized approach improves your chances of getting into the college you want. Don't wait. Join Purpose Driven Athletics today. We will give you the mentorship and coaching you deserve. Learn more about us online at purposedrivenathletics.com. Let us help you reach your goals. Your future starts now with Purpose Driven Athletics.
I've been working with Jason Noble since he was referred by a friend. He's helped me so much on my retirement journey that now I have no financial worries at all.
Call today to get a clearer picture of your financial future.
We welcome you back into the backyard. It's Nights Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Cruz Chevrolet. Jack DeLongchamp alongside Dean Stevens. On behalf of our main man, Trooper Bob, downstairs, it's time for a little bit more of those Miller Dawson Siegel and more thumbs up cans. These fans are fired up. They got the sweet James Island jacket on. A whole lot to be excited about. We want to thank the Thumbs Up guys. They're the sponsor of our Scholar Athlete Weekly, our fan cam all year. Your personal injury attorneys at Miller Siegel award-winning cases, winning your trust, winning our love upstairs. We appreciate all your support this year.
We talked to Coach McCoy. Both of these guys just awesome. And that's in honor of my friend Scott Eisberg, who's feeling a bit under the weather tonight, right? His favorite word's awesome. Like broccoli is awesome. Big play right here. They need to be awesome. I'll finish the story in a minute.
John out in motion. They got the tight end slipping right through the middle of the field. A perfectly dialed-up play call by Art Craig and Isaiah Perrin, delivering a strike from Harris Tone to our player of the watch tonight, Brock Feinberg. His 20th catch of the year is a big one.
Watched it, brought it in with his hands. Coach McCoy, we were talking to him about Barron and going to Army and to West Point. And he goes, you know, this thing is bigger than me, bigger than football. I want to be a change agent. Man, that gave me chills, just like this is going to be.
Oh, go up and dunk on him. Mikey Jenkins, looked like he was about to tiptoe a foot in play. Great playing coverage from Deontay Frazier to push Jenkins out of bounds.
Right,
Good
but
ball,
I mean, you have played for a lot of different coaches in your day. It's that guy you want to play for, right? The guy that says, hey, this is bigger than football. This is bigger than basketball. This is bigger than baseball. I want to be a change agent. I want to help these kids because football's going to stop.
Ooh. Oh, that ball popped out at the end of the play. I thought he came down with it. But, yeah, to your point, it's inspiring to be around, right? Like when Jamar McCoy was talking to us and, you know, they had a little bit of a shakeup, and he goes, man, I had to look at myself in the mirror. I wasn't in love with the man who I was. I had to get back to who I was. It's a guy that ran for Congress in the state of North Carolina before he made the move down here when he was at Hunter Huss High School. He is an inspiration, an agent of change, as you mentioned, and it is no surprise to many here on the island that this community has bought in.
Harrison Hayes down, favoring that right lane.
Harrison Hayes, the senior right tackle, 6 foot, 240 pounds. Coach Perrin bragged on this offensive line. He's one of two seniors on that offensive line, and looks like Hayes is able to get back to his feet. Gingerly will have to sit out a play or two, hoping to get him back onto the sideline.
Did they not call? Oh, they didn't call a timeout.
Official timeout, yeah. So Wando didn't have to use one, still with 2 to go. See Hayes being treated with this incredible athletic support staff. With, by the way, that athletic trainer sporting maybe the coolest mustache we've seen this year. I don't know if that's fair, but pretty sweet.
3rd and 10. They've thrown the ball well. Feinberg set up on the right side of the line.
We'll play action. We'll move the
Looking
pocket.
for Feinberg, not there.
Stone looking for his guy, but hold on again.
And you know what's going to be ironic about this? This is going to go against 45.
Yeah,
I think this is going to go against Barron.
Nope, it looks like this is going to be another illegal man downfield. Every time it seems like Wando moves the pocket, it's an RPO set, an offensive lineman past the 5-yard mark.
Eligible man downfield. Offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
I'd like to formally apologize to the future Captain Barron and his family. I'm going to have to read up on my analytics and ask ChatGPT about an eligible man downfield. Because isn't it 5 yards? Isn't it like
5 yards.
5 yards?
But it always happens on the RPO, which has been very common tonight, is Houston fires away a low liner.
I love that.
Great kick. Rugby style as it's going to roll and
jump on it.
Fall to a complete rest as Jernstedt will cover it at 11. That's where James Island will take over with 44 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
At some point in time tonight, we've got to touch on our Craig.
Let's do it now.
Over at Hanahan, now an assistant at Wando. And Isaiah Perrin, Coach Perrin, played for him in 2006 at Timberland, was on their state championship team. They went to the finals. And Coach Perrin talked about just how important he's been to him because of this being his first year and being that guy that can maybe check him at the line.
Checked at the line again is the big fella. About a 9-yard pickup. Tank Scott just getting better as this game progresses.
But, you know, it was just so awesome just to hear how, you know, he looks up to him and values his leadership, values his opinion. And I talked to Coach Craig today, and he said, man, listen, he goes, I'm just here to help him not make the dumb mistakes I did when I didn't have anybody, you know, to turn around. And he said the biggest thing that he's seen with Coach Perrin and his growth in this first year is just watching him transition from and pivoting when something goes wrong, so not to freak out, that you just kind of pivot and you figure out what went wrong and then you figure out how to make it right.
Well, let's see if that cool, calm composure and the Warriors have got a 4th quarter rally in them. James Island, the home squad, with a 15-point lead as we get ready to throw our 4s up on tonight's Company's Front Out Rivals, driven by Cruise Chevrolet. Don't go anywhere. We got 12 minutes to go.
What's next?
Code 55, ceiling fan.
Fantastic.
With a broken ceiling fan, I've had to improvise.
We can just fix your fan.
Yeah, that might work better.
All set. Thanks.
Oh, look, honey, for outdoor use only.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Is your child struggling in school? Do you know a child 16 to 19 years of age who has dropped out, lacks discipline, or is on a destructive path? Then give the Will Lou Gray Opportunity School a try. The military-style school provides an alternative education to young adults in need of a second chance by offering academic instruction by state-certified teachers and job-based training. Students live on campus during the 14-week program, which is virtually free. For more information, call us or visit willlougray.org.
You only have one back, and I believe you should go to the very best.
And the state-of-the-art procedure that they use, it's so non-invasive.
That's all I needed was an injection, and it's been several months and I've been pain-free.
When we got there and we saw so many people, I'm thinking to myself, this must be the answer.
In pain, we have everything you need under one roof. Make your own appointment at southeasternspine.com. No referral is needed.
When your project demands the best, turn to Sunbelt Rentals. 10 branches conveniently located in Charleston, Sunbelt Rentals helps you get things done with an expanded mix of tools and equipment. With over 14,000 pieces of equipment, expert advice, and reliable service, we help pros and DIYers tackle any job, big or small. Rent from Sunbelt Rentals, a company proud to be involved in the community and schools. Sunbelt Rentals, making it happen for our customers. Visit us today.
If you're just joining us, a 17-2 lead for the home squad. The James Island Trojans have protected the backyard to this point. Let's see how they got there on behalf of tonight's Southeastern Spine Institute stat update.
James Island, 10 of 15 for 89 yards. Been pretty spot on. It's been a little bit more of a more difficult go, but 2 turnovers by James Island, 0 for Wando. Wando's played the cleaner game tonight, Jack.
If you think about the interception in the end zone, the 1 pick that was batted up in the air off the hands of the West Point commit, Hendricks Barron. It's a totally different ball game as they trail by just 2 scores. But if you take a look, you mentioned Wando dominating time of possession. James Island completely controlled the rock in that third quarter, and maybe, just maybe, one more long sustained drive could be the final nail in the coffin as James Island looking to advance to round 2. Hand off to Tank Scott. Will be wrapped up and tackled by Matthew Pays. It would be good enough for purpose-driven athletics. First down.
I haven't watched too much high school football this year. On Friday a little bit.
You were listening to E&I?
I watch U&E. And I know that Wando's gone through their struggles. But I'm going to tell you, man, they fight. There is grit, right? And that is from the top down, right? And if you are living east of the Cooper and you go to the school to the north, I think you got something to look forward to over the next couple of years.
J.I.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. Pays in the backfield. He is playing out of his mind tonight. That's his 5th pass deflection on the year. And Matthew Pays and that linebacking core is keeping Wando in this ballgame.
When we sit at home, you on the nice, comfortable couch, me on the wooden stool. What do I say? Like when you're going after the quarterback, give up the hit, put up your hands, block the ball.
Matthew Pays must have been
Do I
listening.
not?
Yeah, you're right. You do. You say it all the time.
Thanks.
All the time. See, Matthew Pays got a ton of those Warhawk stickers, repping the brand. A lot to be proud of. Looking for a big stop to try to get their offense rolling. J.I. goes back to the pay dirt.
Great
little
cut.
halfback dive.
Great
and a whole
cut.
lot of grass in front of him.
Great
Tank
cut.
Scott being chased from behind by Mikey Jenkins. That run's surely going to take him over 100, as it has been the Tank Scott ball game.
Put his foot in the ground, made the cut, and there was nobody there until Mikey Jenkins said, you know what? The only way I'm taking down this big fella is if I jump on his back for a piggyback ride.
The United States government could have quite literally rolled an actual tank through that big hole. We got to shout out the big guys up front. Shank Harris, Kincaid Ritter, and Caden Vincent for clearing the way up front. Great blocking by the OL.
Give the big uglies their name out. Good. Love that.
Dantzler play action. Ooh, he was looking for PU on the outside. Jernstedt in coverage, but a big hit in the backfield for 2nd down.
Been really impressed, by the way, with the wide receivers from James Island. They absolutely, man, they run great routes. Put their foot in the ground, create separation. And that was one of the first misses where he had a guy open.
It was a Dantzler, 10 of now 17 on the game for 89 yards. Go right back to it. There's Lauren Whitehurst. Hasn't said his name a ton tonight. They've played away from him wisely so. Whitehurst firing into the backfield will force about a 2-yard scamper from Dantzler, force about 3rd and 6.
Big guys take the big shots. And that's what I love to see about Connor Dantzler. There have been multiple times behind the line of scrimmage or the Wando defender seemingly had him in their grasp, right? And the next thing you know, he's like moved ahead 5 yards. About a 3rd and 6 now. Tank in the backfield. That's an easy play. Up 15. They're going to throw the ball.
He's got his man wide open downfield. Malachi Washington. His 2nd touch season. Nail in the coffin. Connor Dantzler, you said it. Big guys take the big shots. McCoy keeps it in the air. And with 9:53 to go, a 21-point lead for the Trojans.
Malachi finds his way, finds an open area in the spot in the zone, gets past the linebacker. Eikenberry.
Dangerfield on to make it a 22-point lead for James Island. A risky play call. Gutsy as all get out. Throwing off his back foot, Dantzler delivers a dime. Kick up, kick good, well over the noggin of Tim Fennell and James Island. Piling away with this one.
But it makes sense in that play to give the ball to the big guy. To tank. Even if you don't get it, you're going to get the 3. It's going to be a 3-possession game. Let's make it a 22-point lead. The Islanders.
Backyard's buzzing. The Island is popping. Knights Company's finite rivals. They drove to the right place on the back of Cruz Chevrolet. 22-point lead for the Trojans.
You've got a friend in the car business.
And you can have no payments till March. New Chevys and used cars too. Now at Cruise Chevy on Rivers. No payment till March with approved credit. Together, let's drive. Details at cruisechevrolet.com.
At Knights Companies, we're not just in the business of concrete, we're in the business of building relationships. For over 3 generations, our family has proudly served our communities. Join us at Knights Companies, where your career thrives in an environment that values people, integrity, leadership, and excellence. Discover why our team is at the heart of everything we build. Knights Companies, excellence in concrete, built on family values.
You've got a friend in the car business.
No payment till March at Cruise Chevy on Rivers. Choose your new Chevy or certified pre-owned and have no payment till March with approved credit. Together, let's drive. Details at cruisechevrolet.com.
We welcome you back into the backyard. A beautiful night, the full moon. I told you, bucket list crossed off all over the place, and it has been a night to remember for Jamar McCoy and company. Connor Dantzler, second passing touchdown of the night, second touchdown of the season for Malachi Washington. And we kind of talked about it with Coach McCoy earlier this week. You know, they had a departure on offense. They had to reevaluate. And all of a sudden he goes, we got back to who we were. We got back to the blueprint. When guys touch the football, when you have to account for 6, 7, 8 different dudes on the offensive side of the ball, we're dangerous.
And you know what it does too? It empowers your team. Right, you have investment, right? Maybe a greater investment than you've already got, because every one of those guys on the offensive side of the ball is going to be like, there's a chance I could touch the ball on this possession, on this drive, in this quarter.
Well, nobody's touching the football when Gray Dangerfield kicks off on the touchback. That one almost splitting the uprights, for goodness sake. But to your point, to continue, they've had a whole lot to cheer about tonight.
Yes.
Are we rolling it out? Is it time to reveal the Delta Force All-Stars cheer tonight? I don't know. Not sure. Not yet. Maybe so. But 8 different James Island receivers. Yeah, I cheer too. 8 different receivers have touched the football tonight. 3 of them are freshmen.
Let's see if Wando answers here.
Right. Yeah, again, don't want to be a lawn chair. No fold in this Perrin Ball Club. There's a whole lot of fight. But what do you go to? You can see lining up with that 3-4. James Island's going to force everything underneath, and they're just bringing a ton of pressure.
Wow, great play by 89 just to go get the ball. Didn't catch it. But again, you sit back.
That ball was written all over it. That was Harris Beck, the sophomore tight end, and going almost playing defense off that lob from Stone. Again, this is going to be such a learning opportunity for a really young Wando football team with 9:48 to go and the game starting to feel a little bit out of grasp. This is what this James Island defense has done to teams this year. Just have been suffocating.
All true, but I will tell you, for them just to be here, right? Not a moral victory, but just proof of concept.
Stepping up, navigating the pocket. How about Stone? Put him in a spin cycle.
Right, but just proof of concept, right? This is what we did year 1. We went 5-5. We were, what, 2-3?
2-3 in region.
2-3 in region play, but really should have won 2. Could have won 2 of those games.
We're up on Stratford in the game that we did a few weeks back, and a lot of it is because of the leadership of a guy like Harris Stone, or again, for Ike Perrin, he talked about not only Art Craig, but bringing back guys that brought that sense of pride in Wando football.
Or Trey Smith was here today.
Four-star
got a
star.
chance to see him. Haven't seen him in a while. He looks like he could still play.
I went to go give him a big hug, and it felt like he had shoulder pads on, man. The big fellow looks rocking and rolling. His stone rocking and rolling downfield. Great cover from Deontay Frazier. He was looking for the Vennard was the intended target.
Right, and so, again, it's a situation where are there guys in that school that aren't playing football that should be playing football, right? And that's what Coach McCoy said when he got here, right? He came here, there was nobody at the game. Right? I mean, they were like 8-28 in the previous 5 years. And he's like, everybody knows about James Island soccer. They all know about James Island baseball. No one ever says anything about James Island football. And now you look at what the stadium looks like tonight. He goes, the fans are here, right? He wants the people to say, Friday night, we're going to a football game to watch James Island play. And that is that same mentality and that friendship between those two men that will start to build this Wando football program.
Roberto brings it out to around the 45. That's where J.I. will take over.
Church.
Take me to church. Take me to our final break of the season. Are you kidding me? 24-2 with 8:50 to go. Come on. Put your fours up. 9 to go for our whole Friday Night Rival season. Our final break of the year.
These are our neighbors. When one of our neighbors needs help, we want to be there for them. We want everyone that comes to our office to leave satisfied. Then we know we did our job. If you were a loved one or injured in South Carolina, call us. We're those thumbs up guys.
Rapid Repairs is the standard for electrical repairs in the Lowcountry. We offer our clients a peace of mind with a professional experience that delivers industry-leading guarantees and straightforward pricing. With over 20 years of experience, our licensed experts handle everything from inspections to installations and repairs with precision and care. Call now and get a 10% discount on your first service. You deserve the best. If your home needs repairs, call Rapid Repairs.
I've been working with Jason Noble for 6 years, and he's helped me and my wife Christine establish a generational wealth plan, not only for ourselves, but for our entire family.
Call today to get a clearer picture of your financial future.
It's Tonight's Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Crew Chevrolet. Jack DeLongsaw alongside Dean Stevens, the third member of our crew, Trooper Bob, been hanging out. We know we've been on the edge of our seat. I know you have as well at home, because it's time. It's time for the Delta Force All-Stars Cheer of the Game, sponsored by Delta Force Athletics, home of, yeah, you guessed it, the Delta Force All-Stars, proudly cheering on the Lowcountry High School sports. Come on, roll the results. And again, a little bit of a rarity. It's usually the Road Dogs, but the James Island squad winning tonight in commanding fashion. Big dub for the Trojans. We appreciate all the cheers this year. It's been a blast. I know we get some feedback on social media from a lot of the fans and the parents at home, but we're so thankful for all the cheer squads participating. We're really thankful for Delta Force Athletics and the Delta Force All-Stars, again, proudly cheering on all Lowcountry high school sports. A lot to cheer about if you're in the backyard and you're a member of this island community. They have dominated 24-2, looking to sustain one more drive as this ball, a scary hit at the top of the field, slowed his feet as the ball is deflected, but way more importantly, the health is, it looks
lower
like,
back.
Not sure if that's 13. He's been fantastic tonight. Raphael P.U., 3 catches tonight. He's got 5 on the season coming into this one.
Drops the ball, defender doesn't know it, pulls him back, leg caught underneath him. But I tell you what, listen, lower back, nothing to mess with. But boy, that leg injury could have been poof.
Well, to I guess the pleasure of everyone here in the building tonight, P.U. is able to kind of sprint off the field under his own power. Young freshman with such a bright future. At 6 foot, 180 pounds. I didn't hit the 180 mark until I was like 20 years old. Just a young freshie.
Confirmed.
James Island's going to milk a little bit clock, go back to the pay dirt, hand it off to Big Tank Scott.
Yeah, I'm
pulling the starters yet?
No, I don't pull my starters, but I'm running the ball up the middle every time, and I'm snapping the ball at 2 seconds every time, right?
That's exactly what James Island will do. 3rd and 10, Wando, pin the ears. try to force a turnover on their own to try to get the Warriors back in this ball game. But, before we went to break, we do want to brag on both of these programs. I think it was fitting for these two coaches to face off against each other. The challenges facing both of these jobs, Wando 1-9 a year ago.
Right.
To be able to flip this thing as quickly as he did, remarkable job. And then for Jamar McCoy, you can't understate enough the difficulty of going from 4A to 5A. And you can't understate enough how precise Connor Dantzler has been tonight. Another dime to the outside and another freshman in Elijah Mitchell. Mitchell, his second catch tonight is good enough for a purpose-driven athletics first down.
Can't emphasize enough either how just unintelligent I am.
Why?
Because I'm running the ball. Remember I said I'm going to run the ball.
Hey, Lord,
That's something else that Coach McCoy told us. He said, I got here, and he goes, I got cameras and mics shoved in my face. What are you going to do? Why are you here? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm here to win. But it's going to be a 3 to 5 year process is what he told everybody. It'll be a 3 to 5 year process. In year 3, he went like 11-1.
Oh, man.
Hello.
Break a tackle, Tank Scott.
Right? And he was right on, a 3 to 5 year process. Right? In 3 to 5 years, we come back and we watch to see what Wando's doing in 3 to 5 years. I promise you that he will not be 3-8. I promise you they will not be 2-9. I promise you that we have another flag on the field. And I need to remind them that it's getting very late for me. And I know for them, too, because many of them are older than I am.
Tank Scott, the 11-yard pickup.
Offense. Yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
The 11-yard pickup erased. Kerry Collins, Mitchell Dickerson, Chris Humphreys, Randall Edwards, and Sam Felder have done a remarkable job tonight. Their officiating crew, they have been busy. We might need to get some ice ready for those right arms.
Job.
Been tossing around all over the place.
Yeah.
They've been busy.
They've been busy.
Is remarkable not okay?
Remarkable doesn't, no. If you look up remarkable in the source, it doesn't equal busy. Hey, listen, I wanted to ask you this question after this throw.
Oh, Dantzler taking a shot. Looking for a man in single coverage. Great.
He throws a good ball.
That was a pretty ball. Ace Jernstedt in coverage, looking for the freshman Mitchell.
What's the first football game you remember? Watching or attending? I'm going to say probably watching.
Watching is a different answer. I remember sitting on our couch watching Vince Young against Ohio State when I was like 6 or 7.
Nice, good memory.
Come back and win against AJ Hawkins.
I'm a good father.
I think going to the first game, I remember going and watching Ray Stackley a ton up at Stratford.
Yeah,
first
we
games
did that.
I remember in the Channel 4 sports car. I don't know if that statute of limitations, I'm not sure if I was supposed to be in there. But
no, you definitely were not supposed to be in there.
Mary Margaret, sorry, I was definitely in there.
She was definitely not working there then.
That's okay.
Suzanne, we're really sorry that I put Jack in a car and put his liability in question.
Braden Berry, good tackle, 3-yard pickup.
And I remember, do you tell people why Ray Stackley was meant so much to us and to you?
Godfather, I don't know if that's fair, but same birthday. That's pretty awesome.
Same birthday, man.
Gave me, truthfully, to this day, the best advice both of us have ever gotten being in a booth. And fans at home are probably going to laugh after we say it.
What's that?
Stop trying to tell people.
Oh, he told me that.
And then he told me too.
He told, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When I first started doing these games, moons ago, and I was like the analyst, and I don't know if I was working with Andy Demetra at the time or somebody that was
Shout out the goat.
So great. And he had Coach Stackley just had some surgery, so he was kind of down and out, and I was driving out to Ashley Ridge, which is like, driving to Georgia. And so I was like, I'm going to call Coach Stackley, see how he's feeling. And he goes, Dean, I got to tell you.
Play of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, third down.
Could be about 3rd and 75 for James Island.
But he said, Dean, those games look great. Graphics look great. Color looks great. Production value looks great. But you don't know what the hell you're talking about, so quit pretending you know. And it was the greatest piece of advice ever.
Yeah.
Because from that point on, it was just like, tell me what you see. Well, I see 3 guys lined up. I see an offensive line creating a seal. And we just had fun from that point on. It was such a great run. Oh, man, looks off to the right and it goes left.
This guy downfield right outside the outreach door.
Now we've got roughing the passer.
He was looking for Drake Robertson, the senior, flying through the
flag in the back.
It's a flag. It's either going to be a late hit
I think it was a late hit.
Roughing the passer.
Number 62.
Defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
I told you jokingly it was about 4th and 75. Pretty much the last thing you needed if you're a Wando's defense is this will move the chains.
Oh, yeah, hitting from the back. Yeah, and you are – yeah, so anyway, I mean, I've known Coach Stackley forever, and his daughter was an intern of mine when she was in high school and covered his son Rock playing baseball at the Citadel, and just goes on. And when Jack was born, and you got a card in the mail and opened it up, and it said, "Dear Jack, some of the greatest people in the world were born on January 17th, like Joe Frazier and Albert Einstein, and me, Coach Ray Stackley." It was awesome. Another nice cutback from 6.
Linebacking unit refusing to quit. That's Brock Feinberg. That's another piece of the puzzle, right? Doing these games at the small world collisions that continue to exist. I get to have the opportunity to call Coach Stackley's grandson's first touchdown a year ago, and 2 more this year.
And he's like all region this year, Jacob was.
Stud, heading to the Citadel pitch next year. There have been so many stories.
Small world collisions.
Yeah, they've kind of.
Any happen here at James Island?
Here at James Island? Well, I think just getting to know the McCoy family has been such a blessing. Obviously, you were playing catch with this little guy. He said he was a running back. It looks like a QB to me. He pops out. Coach, go ahead and get your guy in the backfield. But they feel like they've got their quarterback right now as Dantzler's looking for his tight end. That was Jay Morris heading down the seam. Great defense from Cade Lapadula. Just a junior. Plays a little two-way as well, but with 5:10 to go and a 22-point lead, again, you're allowing Dantzler to throw it because you got to understand that he's so critical to making a playoff push. They go, hey, no rust to be knocked off. Let's keep him fresh.
I think what James Island will walk out of here with, and it's going to be awesome to see what they do from here on out. They knocked off the mental rust.
Yeah.
Right? They knocked off the mental rust in probably the first 3 quarters of this football game.
They looked much cleaner in the second half as well.
Yep, but you can see there is obviously...
Well, that was a broadcaster jinx. That was our fault.
Yeah. Right. Level of talent, so improved, right? And again, we always say, like, what's the team look like when they walk off the bus? And when we walked on the field before the kickoff and walking around and looking at the players.
All right, let's talk a little talent.
What you got?
Dangerfield has...
Oh, you want to go 55?
This is a 38 ball spotted, going to make it a 55-yarder for the Tennessee commit. We talked about Rocky Top earlier today. Yeah. We're going to be singing it until the sun comes up if he knocks this through. He's got the leg, folks.
Here we go.
24-22 with 5:06 to go.
Bad snap.
Low snap, low kick, big enough leg.
Left.
Pulled left.
There's a Buffalo Bill shank wide left.
Don't do it.
But you know what? Again, I mean, it was Holder did a nice job grabbing it off the turf.
Well, that may have been the play of the game if he hit it. But instead, we're going to rock with the OG one. Way back in the first half. Yeah, buckle up for us, folks. It's tonight's Climbus Makers' coolest play of the game. Your comfort is our business. You got a guess? Let's see. Come on.
Oh, yeah, the dive. Yeah, her toe. Did you hurt your toe? No, but I grabbed the ball, snagged it out of the air. That was awesome. First touchdown of the year. Isn't that what you said? Oh, and he flexes, right? You flex. I love that.
Coolest play of the game brought to you by Climate Makers. Your comfort is our business. James Hurto made that diving grab. His business is, not giving up, getting Fletcher involved.
Let's go. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Deep ball on the sideline from Stone to Fletcher. That's the longest play of scrimmage.
I mean, again, you got 22 seniors on this team. You know, small percentage will play at that next level, right? Everything that they've done from age 10 to 18, right, about to end. And that's why you leave it all on the field.
So many of these memories they'll be able to hold on
Feinberg
to.
On the right side has them.
Stone's going to take off and boogie. He's going to slide wisely. You saw big number 20 flying in on the outside, Deontay Frazier. clock will keep dwindling. But this is a senior class, too. You mentioned the 22 seniors.
Yep.
So much to be proud of comparative to where they were a year ago. Right?
Yeah, compared to where they were.
When Wando football in 3 to 5 years looks completely different, Coach Perrin said, this is a new Wando.
This is the foundation. This is the floor. This is what they did. Right? They did everything we asked them to do. And these were the results. Were we outmanned some games? Yes. Did we still compete? Hell yes.
Stone's going to move the pocket. A whole lot of pressure, firing downfield. He's looking for Feinberg. Yeah, he's got 2 feet in. Another young man with aspiring college dreams of playing on Saturday.
He'll play somewhere on Saturday, right?
Too good of a football player is Brock.
But I'm going to be honest with you.
His 4th catch.
I think I like him as a fullback better. Like, he'd be like the guy from Arizona State, Skeetbo, right?
I think
he'd be like the guy for the Chiefs with the long hair.
Well, that's a running back. I see Kyle check out in San Francisco, though.
No, I think he's more like
the steel guy from Kansas City that's got the pet alligator.
Yeah.
I got to see it.
Right?
That first down brought to you by Purpose Driven Athletics.
Step up.
Athletes to their collegiate success. And, man, has there been success in the backfield. Harper Woods with a big sack, his first of the season.
Yeah, James Allen, they call him Harper Woods.
Big-time plays. He sheds the running back block on the outside. Nowhere to go. If it wasn't going to be him, it was going to be Luke Thomas right next to him. We talked about it. That defensive line plugs all the holes, allows these linebackers to shoot through that A-gap. Again, schematically, they've had no answer tonight.
You get glimpses, right, here and there, right? They go back and they look at their plays, right? Their explosive plays going to be what? Maybe 10%, 15%? You know, they've probably had 3 or 4 plays over 15 yards.
It looks like Wando's going to take their second time out of the half, as that play clock was dwindling down, and allows us to give you some time. Again, I think this was a first as well tonight.
What you got?
Tonight's Will Lou Gray never stop learning. Stop of the game.
Oh, yeah, this is
never
good.
Stop learning.
Yeah.
I think it was the first safety we had all Friday night of the season.
You're missing the point of the safety.
Why?
Because I said they really need a safety. Let's go.
That was a really risky take on your end to call a safety on the 1-yard line.
Well, here's the point.
Though.
If you would have just given the big fellow the ball and handed to him, just let him run up front between the tackles, not so much.
Well, Will Lou Gray's fired up. That's the most electric stop of the game. Stop on the season. Matthew Pays with a safety. He was fantastic tonight. But again, let's keep the segments rolling. We got to keep showing some love. It is the Crew Chevrolet drive of the game, a proud sponsor of Friday Night Rivals for the last 10 years. I think it's got to be this one, right? Tank Scott.
Yeah.
That last drive, the final nail in the coffin from the big fella.
Yep. Literally put his foot in the ground, came back, had a great seal block.
Dump it off to Malachi Washington for the final touchdown of the game. That caps off tonight's Crew Chevrolet drive of the game. You've got a friend in Crew Chevy. Another sack in the backfield as we see Savion Smalls firing into the backfield, forcing about a 3rd and 26. As we take a look at Coach McCoy and his defensive coordinator, it's a story we haven't got to talk a ton about. He gives a lot of credit to his DC, H.B. Blades. That name sounds familiar. It should. A 4-year stint in the NFL with the Washington Redskins, a Pitt Panther, first-team All-American. He was a Big East Defensive Player of the Year his senior year, a 3-time Big East first-team selection. His dad, Benny Blades.
And
his uncles, Brian and Al, all played in the NFL.
Go left. You got him left.
Stone dumps this off to Feinberg. Feinberg initiating contact, will fall forward. It's like a game about 9. Feinberg's 5th catch of the game will take him over the 70-yard mark.
Just keep crushing.
Game clock under 2 minutes. But again, we talk about HB Blades. Like this time of the year, right? It's almost like in March Madness on the hardwood. This time of the year, defense and a steady run game. This James Island team was not supposed to be here either. Talked about the remarkable job for Coach Perrin at Wando. What, again, Jamar McCoy has been able to do at the 5A level, the physicality is different, right? It's just different. For them to go 8-2 and only 2 region losses, one of which against the number 3 team in the state in Somerville, This defense has been insane as a final Hail Mary heave will end the year for the Warriors. Stone looking for Fletcher on the outside, a turnover on downs, and James Allen will line up in victory formation.
I want to see here. Feinberg, minute 19 left. You're down 22. You come off the field.
Had to finish it out with his brothers. You see he's standing next to Braden Berry, another senior. Matthew Pay's just a junior, but on the defensive side of the ball, Wando, they start 8 seniors. This is a group that's changed the tides of not only the way that they believe in themselves, but those in the community believe on them.
Yeah, there's going to kneel it out.
Mentor, mentee. How did they get it done? Well, Jamar McCoy, as we kick it to tonight's company's player of the game. Integrity, loyalty, and excellence. I don't think there's really any surprise in this decision. He was a bad man. Come on, with that nickname, Tank, are you kidding me? 21 carries for $153 and a touchdown. Tank Scott. Felt like Derrick Henry, right? He just wore that defense out.
You know
First
what?
2 runs of the game, and the
You know
last
what?
2, pretty good.
I'm going to go Jerome Bettis.
Yeah, the bus and the tank, that's pretty good. You win.
Duh. But I'll tell you what, before we send it down to Trooper Bob, who's going to go talk to number 6. Trooper Bob, just call him the Tank.
The Tank.
But, man, first of all, thank you to Mary Margaret for allowing me to be up here today. Thank you to Jack for allowing me to come in, because I know that you had veto power if you didn't want it to happen. But we talk about these days all the time, and, man, what father gets to stand next to his son as he starts this journey, and what son gets to stand next to his father as he withers away into dust.
A lot of lessons learned. It'll be a night I remember forever. Truthfully, thank you, man.
You done well, boy. You done well, son.
Son. So did the Trojans.
Over under 7? Over.
I don't know. If people were playing a drinking game at home, they win. Just like the Trojans in the backyard. A 24-2 victory. I'd like to say this, too, as we await our final interview. I would be willing to say that this is a scoregami. Jake Marsh of CBS Sports Network, he's a big fan of games that end in unique scores. This is one of them.
24-2?
I think so.
While you were starting to, like, kick that sentence out of your mouth, there was a great embrace between Coach Perrin and Coach McCoy, and it wasn't like a quick bro hug, 2 pats on the shoulder blade, and you walk away. It was a long embrace, man, and it was super cool to see, because these are 2 men leading 2 schools. And as Coach McCoy said, it's bigger than football.
Well, Coach Perrin said that the first ever coach to give him a call when he got the job was Coach McCoy. He understands the grind. He understands the hustle. And with a 24-2 victory, Jamar McCoy and championship aspirations live on. Don't go anywhere. We've got our All-American Awards trophy presentation right after our final break of the evening. James Allen with a 24-2 victory. Sorry, math's hard. Knights Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Crew Chevrolet, drives on. Well, Trooper Bob and Coach McCoy right after our final break.
Climate Makers technicians, dedicated, skilled, and here for you when you need them. For top-notch installation to repairs, you can count on them.
The truth is in the stars, and with Climate Makers, your comfort is our business.
We have an emergency, code 16, over.
Earplugs, Jane.
Code 16, malfunctioning smoke detector.
How bad could it be?
This is malarkey.
It's important to check your smoke detectors regularly.
A broken detector won't protect you.
Still yelling.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
I am glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
I like being in charge of others.
My confidence has really built up since I've been here.
This place has showed me, like, it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's going to get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. and they're making it possible for me because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
When your project demands the best, turn to Sunbelt Rentals. 10 branches conveniently located in Charleston, Sunbelt Rentals helps you get things done with an expanded mix of tools and equipment. With over 14,000 pieces of equipment, expert advice, and reliable service, we help pros and DIYers tackle any job, big or small. Rent from Sunbelt Rentals, a company proud to be involved in the community and schools. Sunbelt Rentals, making it happen for our customers. Visit us today.
At Climate Makers, we're more than experts in heating and cooling. We're family. For over 20 years, we've kept homes comfortable. Trust us with your family's comfort.
The truth is in the stars, and with Climate Makers, your comfort is our business.
And for the final time this season, we call it a wrap. A 24-2 dominating statement victory for the James Island Trojan here at the backyard over a crosstown foe, the Wando Warriors, on tonight's Knights Company's Front Rivals, driven by Crew Chevrolet. We dive into tonight's final stat update, brought to you by Southeastern Spine Institute. Again, time of possession, total yards, the Trojans, that defense was just too good tonight.
Yes, I know. Turn the mic on. The rushing yards, right? That's where it is right there. 28 carries, 154. Just dominated with that big back, man. I love to see what's going to happen with him. Penalty-wise, I mean, listen, Jamar McCoy, a lot of times in a loss, coaches will say, we're not going to watch the game film, right? We're just going to move on. I think for Coach McCoy, he's not going to look at the stat sheet. He's going to crumple it up. He's going to put it in a wad. He's going to throw it in the trash can. Because you look at 13 penalties for 147 yards, right? You barely win the time of possession. But those total yards, 279, but it's right there, that rushing.
Our final stats brought to you by Southeastern Spine Institute, helping hurt people of all ages get back to their active lives. We appreciate you, Southeastern Spine, for all those stat updates all season long. And yeah, now it is time. It's time for tonight's trophy presentation, sponsored by All American Awards, helping Charleston recognize excellence since 1993. And 7 years ago, when he took this job over, that was the standard of excellence for Jamar McCoy here on the island. We send it down to he and Trooper Bob for our final post-game interview of the season.
Down here with the player of the game, Tank, number 6. How proud are you of this win?
I'm super proud of the team. High expectations, don't expect low standards.
That's right. All right. That's right. Coach, impressive win. You did put a lot of points on the board here. How impressed are you?
We're extremely happy. I mean, that's a well-coached, very disciplined football team. Coach Perrin, hats off to him and what he's doing over there in Mount Pleasant down at Wando. They're doing a great job. You know, I'm super proud of them. I'm proud of my team for the execution and the things they did tonight. To come away with a victory headed to round 2. But like I told our kids to start the game, we expect to be here. And, you know, as we've been saying all season, high expectations will not survive low standards. This is our standard, you know, so here we are.
Congratulations on the big win. You get a trophy to raise to and take it to the house.
Had it pulled right out of the pocket, man. That is the standard, excellence. It ain't the bus, it's the tank. Tank Scott, again, proud to announce tonight's Knights Company's player of the game.
You know what I love about Tank? I love a kid who gets interviewed and he grabs the mic. Give me control.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, we say thank you to the third member of our crew, Trooper Bob, did a fantastic job on the sidelines all year for us. But with son right on his hip, man, how cool was it to see his family in the building, supporting the Trojans. James Island, man, what an incredible run tonight.
Right on. It's kind of cool to have your son on your hip.
Come on, learning lessons every day. And again, none of it all possible without our sponsors. I'm going to read them off, and I do it every week because we cannot say thank you enough.
Nice and slow, Jack.
Yeah,
Knights Companies.
Crew Chevrolet.
Mr. Sparky.
Millard Austin Siegel and Ward.
Delta Force Athletics.
Climate Makers.
Trident Technical College.
Sunbelt Rentals.
Purpose Driven Athletics.
Will Lou Gray.
All American Awards.
Rapid Repairs.
And Southeastern Spine Institute. I may need you after climbing these concrete steps
All right, a little slam poetry to say thank you to all of our promotional sponsors. All of this, without you, is not possible. 15th season of Friday Night Rivals. We put our final bow on it. To Mary Margaret, to Russ, to Chris, to our entire crew, we say